Hello and welcome, everybody,
highest was
to the post-credit show.
We talk about movies, games, and other sort of nerd junk that we've
been doing for the past little while.
Well, normally I'd say a week.
Normally it's a week. Unfortunately, Brian hasn't been here,
so
he's like 3
weeks.
He's
got some time.
Got
to
a little
catch up
bit
on.
of stuff to catch up.
A little bit.
Usually it happens to me.
Apparently, you didn't get the memo on the shirts, by the way.
I don't have a Disney. I don't have a Disney shirt.
It's Hollywood.
Nope.
Don't have it.
Nope.
Don't have a Disney shirt. Sorry.
Wait, you don't have a Disney shirt?
I do not.
Makeover, 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 makeover at the Disney store.
I don't think our Disney stores sell adult shirts.
Yeah, they do.
That's where I got this.
There is always one table that is adult graphic tees.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm good.
Makeover, makeover.
Or you go to Calgary and go to the
Calgary has
store and they
Cross
have
Iron Mill?
and Cross Irons, and they have adult stuff.
Just saying. I miss Clone High.
I was gonna say Clone Irons. Yeah,
Makeover, 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 makeover.
Yeah, welcome to the Post Credit Show. I'm Nick.
I'm Tony.
I'm Chris.
I'm Brian.
Welcome.
Wow, you
Welcome.
just did that with authority.
No, it's
I am Brian. Damn it,
Brian.
Because you guys are always so sure that I was Tony.
No, it was me.
that was
Just me.
That was just a him thing. Don't worry, it happens to me too.
Either way,
See, Wonder Twin Towers.
I'll start.
What?
I'll start. Dibs.
All right.
Fine, be that way.
What?
Molly's game.
Yes.
We watched. My wife and I watched Molly's game last night.
And how was it?
Good. I like Aaron Sorkin. He's the guy who does West Wing, and he writes West Wing and all of West Wing and
West Wing and Westing and other West Wing related assorted paraphernalia.
Newsroom with Jeff Daniels was him.
Propane and propane accessories.
Like he does all of those kind of, and they're very political shows.
Mm-hmm. This one was because Molly's game is kind of a true story, isn't it?
It is a true story.
Based on a true story.
So Molly, and I can't remember her last name. Molly
game.
Molly is essentially she was aiming to go to the Olympics as a moguls freestyle ski person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She was never supposed to actually go that far because back when she was 13, her spine went.
Oh,
gross.
Well,
and
that's you don't usually walk away from something like that. So
well,
luckily,
it was a early onset of hello.
Hello.
We're
Sam.
good, thank you. How are you, Sam?
What are you?
She's trying to back herself up. Either way,
you're not a truck.
beep beep beep. Either way, so at 13 she was practicing, and it wasn't like she fell or anything. It legitimately was just like an early onset of a weird thing. No, she was walking, and it just. Poof. So her spine is pretty much held in place by screws and pieces of metal and that kind of stuff, and she was never supposed to ski.
Yeah.
And she ended up going into some qualifiers for the Olympics. And miraculously, a 1 in 100,000th chance, a little branch on the run. Pancake, lie down.
You weren't paying attention.
I was high. I did not expect that. I was like, hey. Anyways.
Either way, there was like this 1 in 100th chance that what happened was her ski hit a branch that was on the track, and it hit the thing that lets your ski go.
Yep.
So her ski went one way. Yeah. She went off the jump on one ski and collides, and so that part's a true story. She was actually trying to get to Salt Lake City Olympics.
Yeah.
And crashed, and obviously didn't make it. So decides to take a year off, goes to LA to work, ends up working for this skeezy guy who runs a poker game. Mm-hmm. Well, this poker game has some very famous people involved in said poker game who are not named. Like, that's the whole point, the book that she wrote in real life that this movie is based off of and all that stuff. She never names names, which was kind of one of the big shticks to this movie, is she never wanted to name names. So Michael Cera plays Player X. And
I would laugh if the actors are.
I was reading online, and apparently Player X probably was Tobey Maguire because he had a like huge gambling problem and is like a poker guy.
And it just happened to be in the right spot.
So they played at the Cobra Club. Da 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 da. Either way, her boss was like, "Well, I'm going to stop paying you because you make all these tips at the poker game." And she's like, "Well, I'm not getting you coffee for free." Like, you know, she has standards essentially as a human being.
Yep. Yeah.
So he's like, "Well, then you're fired from the game and you're fired from your job." Blah 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 blah. So she steals the game. She manages to convince everybody to come to her poker game instead of his poker game. And essentially that's the story, is how she builds this like crazy underground poker empire.
All right.
Interesting.
Which isn't illegal if you don't take money from any of the games. So she was legitimately living off tips from these guys.
Yeah.
Because she set up games in really high-class locations with, you know, bars and food and...
So they'd just be taking each other's money.
So they're taking each other's money. She's essentially the bank that gives them... Like, they sit there and give her... Or say, I need 10 grand.
Yeah.
Or 100 grand. And she goes, okay, you're in for 100. And gives them the chips. And then they play. And you make money that night, you make money that night. If you lose money, you lose money. And then essentially at the end of the night, you go, thanks, Molly. Hand her... You know, again, she'd make... And again, these guys have just won $500,000, so her tip is, you know,
it's pretty substantial.
It's quite substantial. It's not like, you know, they're tipping 5% on the, or 50. Even if they're tipping 50%,
let me get the
$5
chip.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, 15% of that's still pretty much.
That's what I mean. So
one game.
So these guys are handing her big money, and a lot of the times it was she was getting celebrities and this and that and everything else to play in these games. And if she couldn't do that, she found another way to get people to come to her games. And essentially the whole story is how she does end up getting caught and does something illegal and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So it's her story for that part. Good movie. It's not an action movie by any sense of the word.
Yeah.
So you might fall asleep to it.
Aaron Sorkin's writing's really good though. Like if you've ever watched The West Wing, again, that's not an action heavy show, but you want to see, you know, Bartlett as the mayor or as the president of the United States because the writing's just so killer.
Yeah.
The actors are good in it. Idris Elba is her lawyer.
I like him.
Jessica Chastain.
Yep.
Apparently the real Molly was like, I'm not doing this movie unless she plays me.
Oh, cool.
Like
Neat.
that was the shtick.
Yeah.
And of course the movie does take some liberties. The book wasn't written until after her trial.
Yeah.
And in the movie, her book is written prior to any of her going to court kind of stuff. Because Idris Elba's reading her book going like, well, you got to give me more details into like, you know, the stuff that's happening here. And because they have lawyer, you know, client confidentiality, she'll share stuff with him, which again, they do a really good job in the movie of making sure you don't get any of that. Mm-hmm. You get her going like, I will not disclose this information to da 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 da. Like the FBI's on her at one point. Like, if you give us the information,
nope.
So her attorney has it, but no one else does essentially. Yeah. So that's kind of the big shtick, is she's trying to save face. Kevin Costner's her dad, who is like the.
I like Kevin C.
I love Kevin Costner. I think he's, you know,
underrated for me.
Yeah, he's Kevin Costner. Everybody knows Kevin. He Dances with Wolves, man.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Hood.
Also, Graham Greene, Native American actor, Dances with Wolves, starring Kevin Costner. It was the judge in the movie, and he's in it for 5 seconds. And I love Graham Greene. Like, honest to goodness, good actor who has done things from the Red Green Show all the way to things like this. And he's not in it that long, but he was honestly one of the better people in the movie. And that's saying, like, Idris Elba's in this movie. Jessica Chastain does a good job. Kevin Costner, and then Graham Greene gets like 5 minutes of screen time, and just, you're like, yeah. But otherwise, Kevin Costner plays the dad who is the heavy-handed coach type dad.
Okay.
Because in real life, Molly, her brother is a 2-time gold medalist for skiing, who was also baseball player or something like that. Like, very successful kids because he pushed and 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 pushed. So, And he's also a psychologist, so he's, you know, a brain doctor.
A brain
of sorts,
doctor.
Yes. So, either way, good movie. I actually enjoyed it. And my wife and I finished it this morning because, yeah, she fell asleep, so I got to watch it again.
Awesome. Cool.
Good movie.
Neat.
I would not suggest it if you're in the mood for, yeah, like I say,
Action or thrills.
You're
or...
like, woo! And then you watch the
explosions
movie
and
and
car
like,
chases and
and again, a lot of it's poker.
I like
poker.
that though.
Well, and that's the thing is like they explain poker very well.
Yeah.
So if you've never seen poker, like they show one hand from this one person. Thanks. Mr. Amazing.
thank you.
They show this one
Thanks.
one scene where, you know, they're showing the cards play out,
Yeah.
and it's like this guy has these cards.
Is
So
it very
they-
much like an anime like
they have
graphics
graphics because she thinks very
So all I can imagine
that's
is like
cool.
Zach Galifianakis from like
yes.
Hangover, where he's like doing the math in his
In the
head.
first scene where she's skiing, like she's on the ski hill, it's like find your line, and there's a line that goes through the moguls and down.
Oh,
like
that's
she's
cool.
very calculating and very like this woman is
the math works.
Brilliant.
when it comes to everything, not just math. So even when the cards come up and it's like, well, he had, you know, 2 queens,
Yeah.
and then
What are the chances that he's gonna have the other?
and it's like he's winning, and it's like this guy has this, and a full house beats 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know that, but they explain like it was kind of nice where it's like, you know, they're saying, and I'm sitting there at the same time.
it's
going,
poker
like,
splaining.
and you have to, because there's a lot of people who are going to go see this movie who like they're not,
Probably me, because I don't do a lot of poker.
yeah, but you don't like you don't go to see this movie to watch poker. You go to see how this woman's life essentially goes from her being a millionaire for literally running poker games to like watch the downfall of this woman
This
essentially.
woman, yeah.
Like in her story. So yeah, no, it is a good flick. It's just very don't go into it being like Idris Elba.
Don't go into it.
What's
sleeping
Heimdall
first.
gonna get
What's
up
he gonna
to?
shoot?
Yeah, who's
This
he
is
gonna
where the-
shoot? What's he gonna hit with his sword? Like
This is where the Soul Stone is.
found it. I have been what can I get into that? Oh, I've been watching Unreal. We watched the next episode of Unreal and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Good shows.
Oh,
Watch
yes,
those.
yes.
I think I'm behind about a day or two, or an episode or two.
What's Brooklyn? What was the last Brooklyn? Oh, we got the
The-
results back for Amy's sergeant's test.
Oh, I did see
Yeah.
that. I did see that one then.
And
is
then
that the last one?
she did a case with the puzzle guy.
And then
Who's
they
crazy
did the
sexy puzzle guy?
crazy sexy puzzle guy.
So that was the last one?
That was the last one.
Okay, so
That
then
was-
I'm definitely caught up then.
That was
Okay.
pretty funny. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode.
Unreal is finding its feet again. It's one of those shows like ER where you don't really care about people's personal lives, but they have to throw it in there because you gotta care about the characters. They do that with Unreal, but then they leave the show behind, and the best part of Unreal is the stupid reality show that's
Yeah.
involved, and them manipulating the morons in the reality show. So there's one guy who's like this ultra environmental conservationist,
Yeah.
and he's digging a hole, and the hole is gonna help retain water or something stupid, and da 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 da. And one of the producer people turns it into this macho competition of who can dig the deepest hole. So there's this Australian guy just like, this is not why I'm digging a hole. And there's like another guy who's like, my hole's deeper. And you're like, and then they show off, like she gets back from this other thing that she went to,
Yeah.
and then one guy's like, look at my hole! It's the deepest hole! And she's like, it's a very nice hole.
Very good job.
Planet Coaster, I have been planning on the side, essentially. And,
Porn studios.
no. So I have
Concept
constructed the front half of my Halls of Adventure, which is going to be my hub piece for my... There is no porn section.
It's like it's a hub.
So essentially, it's a museum, and you go into it, and then there's going to be museum exhibits, and you exit those exhibits through the other side, and you end up in those
What kind
lands.
of exhibits are there?
Adventure. Not that kind. Horror. Fairy tale.
War Island. I mean, is there really a War Island?
As we're tearing apart his game.
Future. And Wild West.
Try to think of what was it.
Is there Will Smith in it? Is Will Smith?
There is no Will Smith
Make
character.
it wow.
But either way, so I kind of finished the front part of that museum, and now I'm working on my main street. So I've been planning all these buildings and trying to take what I've done on paper and put it into a game, which can be kind of tricky. But there's a lot of stuff to that game where it's worked out. So yesterday, while you guys were doing something, I built a building with a camera on top because I couldn't get into the other games.
Videos.
So, not regular picture taking of families and friends.
Is while we were doing other stuff,
wholesome values.
while we were doing other things, you were erecting buildings.
Yes.
Okay.
You can go with that one if you want to. I was erecting buildings.
Were you inserting it into other things too?
I was
This
making
reminds me
sure
of
the
our
buildings
escapist
all-
game too.
Were you inserting those buildings into something else?
No.
Oh.
Either way, I have half my main street done, so I got to do the other side of the street. Brian and I have been wowing. Before we get to that, though, I guess a series of unfortunate events I've reached. We finished Vile Village,
Yes, me too.
so
The hospital's still I think.
hospital's coming up, and
That's
the
my favorite
circus.
one in season 2.
So yeah,
Circus one was a little
So yeah, Vile Village, which I thought was pretty good. There was some good twists and turns and that kind
Oh,
of stuff in that
yeah.
episode.
I hate those people so much.
I know, those
Bob
people were
Kelso
so
from Scrubs was in it.
Yep.
Which I
Yeah,
thought was great.
what-
He didn't have a lot of lines, but he was fantastic. That whole
that entire show, it might as well just be cameos at this point. Lemony Snicket's presents cameos from
well, but if
everyone
you think
know.
about it, Neil Patrick Harris is one of the producers.
Yep.
And if you think about the number of people he knows in Hollywood, and he goes, "Do you want to do something fun for a weekend?
half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you're Nathan Fillion. We need you for longer than half a day.
well, but again, they're buddies. Like they've worked together before.
The last time they were working together.
Yeah. So that's the thing is you kind of go. It's fun, some of the reoccurring stuff, and like I've said, it is taking some leaps from the book with Nathan Fillion.
So is Will Arnett and Kobe Smolder's character ever coming back?
Did you not see the last episode of season 1?
I don't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
Full on, I don't remember. Oh, they did?
Did
Okay,
they?
I don't remember.
You know those triplets? They're the parents of the triplets.
Yes, I know
There's
that.
a reason the triplets are orphans.
Oh, those are the parents. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Makes much more sense now. I don't know.
I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember that.
Full disclosure.
That was the red herring of the first season was...
Full disclosure, lots of people die.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's hard for me to keep up sometimes.
And again, I love,
And who's related to who?
even talking about the books, it's one of those things. And in the books, there were no parents.
Yeah,
Like they
there's
never
no.
tracked. They were never tracked
they
Will
never
Arnett
tracked
and Colby Smulders like anywhere. Those characters didn't exist until you got to the Proof Rock prep stuff. You met the triplets.
Yeah.
And that was that. And they're like, oh, our parents are dead too. The first season, they throw that red herring at you of like, are they changing the show up that much where the Baudelaire parents are still alive? Spoilers if you haven't seen season 1, but this is your own fault at this point. Is this the Baudelaire parents? And then you find out it's not, and this is the introduction into the Quagmires.
Quagmires.
And then the VFD as a whole.
Yes, and the VFD changes like all the way till the 13th book as to what the VFD actually
Stands for.
is. Yeah.
I don't believe what it is for a second.
I know what it is because I've read the books.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah, we have all 13.
But I think that's the part I enjoy about the show is that having read the books, I actually don't know what's coming for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because they've...
Like the Nathan Fillion stuff, all of a sudden
They've
it's
really
like
changed it up a bit.
they make those twists and I'm like, oh, so that's when this happened.
Which I think is good, like... Because they probably know, like, the people who read the books are going to watch this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And it creates a new thing to look for, not just be like, oh, I know what happens.
And like I say, Daniel Handler, also known as Lemony Snicket, is involved in the screen. Like he's written the screenplays for all these episodes. So it's not like some person's like, I think Lemony Snicket would like it if this happened. It's actually Lemony Snicket going,
no, that's not gonna.
if I could rewrite my books,
this is what I would.
what could I change? And obviously, some of the stuff that happens in the books can't happen in a show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought Vile Village was really good.
Yeah.
So they did a good job with that one. And I do like how they don't point out a lot of stuff. If you look at Proof Rock Prep, they do manage to show that the buildings are all shaped like gravestones, but they don't point it out.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of artistic.
oh, so
in
much.
this.
The
Like,
crows flying.
It's so good. Like, this production has been so good.
the self-sustaining like aircraft thing, like the look of that thing. I'm like, like they're nailing.
It's such
so
a visual.
much stuff.
It's a striking show.
Yeah, the fact that they wear crows on their bloody heads as the elder council people,
like they're matching the book pretty well.
Yeah, like the aesthetics.
On top of that, like Olaf's costume,
he's crushing
like
it.
his costume
Neil
is
Patrick
so
Harris
good.
is so good.
Because I always
having
worry
fun with it.
about that part because
He's
Olaf
so
does
good.
some random stuff.
Yeah.
And I think I talked about this last week. Like even Coach Genghis comes in and is supposed to be like this East Indian, shtick, and he comes in.
Kind of East Indian for a second.
Well, but
not-
he's because of the turban and all that. But then
To
at
hide
the
his
same
own face.
time, he like brings in a different. And I'm like, that works for whatever reason.
But he's an he's an
This works.
actor.
And that's the thing is, I never thought about it in the books, but he's an actor who's a pretty abysmal actor if you read the books.
Yeah.
So him putting on these disguises, you wouldn't expect the accent to always match.
And the only people that
The
recognize are the kids.
And even Vile Village, when he's like, and it's like, ramen is hard! And it's like, that was a poor choice in costume, sir. Like, but again,
But you have to stick to it now.
But yeah, you have to
now.
stick to it, and you're sitting there going, like, it still adds to that whole factor of, I can't believe
He's just bad enough.
none of the adults can figure out.
Even the trial thing.
Yeah,
Was
like-
like, really?
Yeah.
He
Like,
has a unibrow.
well, even now that, like, that other character, that the female character's involved,
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil too
Too
much.
much.
But, 'cause
We're
that's
surprised about that.
and again, reading
Well,
the
yeah, I
books,
know, but-
Yeah.
Really?
reading the books, I wasn't surprised about that.
Mhm.
But again, like even her sitting there going like, "My name is," and then it changes every time she introduces herself, and it's like, "Wasn't your name like Cannoli last time?"
Yeah.
No.
And it's just like, it's like, "No, you are Mr. Hurd. I am an officer." Blah blah blah. Just stop.
Or it's like they're trying to speak on the platform, but I am the law, so I can
I
speak.
can speak. I have read all of the laws. Yeah.
Oh yes, okay, all right.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Yeah, we didn't hire you. I came from the service. Tony and I played Fortnite.
We Fortnited for a few
Fortnited
rounds.
for 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, something like that.
We got better every round.
We did. We had that mildly epic play.
Yeah.
We're
And
not
then-
playing against bots, so that's good.
Yes, that's true. But yeah,
You got practice.
I'm practicing against bots with my PUBG mobile skills.
Do we have to get you a chair or something, dog? Like a stool?
Absolutely.
Just sit right here.
Yeah,
The
because
closer she is to Brian.
Pancake, lie down.
Pancake, sit, lie down. No. Oh, hello.
Sit.
Is that what you want to be?
Hello.
Girl.
Hello.
We don't know that one quite well yet.
Oh. So
Um,
yes,
Yeah,
we
good game.
we Fortnite. It's still a solid game.
Yep.
Like at the.
So Fortnite and PUBG. Where are you
I'm
putting it now?
getting it. They're closer to me. for me.
Fortnite's.
They're getting close to me. For me.
Okay.
I don't know that I would choose either one right now because it's not really my forte game style.
And that's my
I wouldn't
piece.
play it by myself.
Is no.
Yeah.
I would
Done
not
it.
play
Been there.
Fortnite.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play either.
I
of
felt
those.
you because I installed Fortnite the other night, and I'm like, oh, I'll start with Fortnite just to kind of get a thing. And I played solo, and I'm like, I don't like this game. Why
That's not
have I
fun.
been playing this game? And then I play with Tony, and I'm like, oh, all right, this is more enjoyable. And like, Tony's building and forgot to put like the floor underneath him.
Wait, what?
Oh no, that wasn't it. You
No.
you tried to jump onto the cliff.
I tried to jump. Okay, so I was
Yes.
building. I was building towards between two mountains. I was like, yeah, we're doing this, and I thought I could make that.
I
jump.
thought you could too. I thought the slope was even enough that you could jump.
But
it.
I jumped right on the ledge and I fell down.
and died. So I had to run back the other way and revive him.
See, I haven't had that aspect of it happen to revive.
Right, because that's
Right.
playing
Playing
solo.
solo, you just-
as soon as you drop that
you're
mountain, you're
done.
done.
You're
Yeah.
done, yeah. Have you tried playing with
No.
Dean?
No.
We can try that.
We can try
We
it.
can try it.
I'm still ready for that.
Yeah, sure.
Like-
So, Fortnite, still a good game, and yeah, we progressively got better. We ended in like 14th or something.
That's
then
not
bad.
8th,
That's good.
then- yeah, we
That's
worked our
good.
way up.
Yeah.
I think when we started playing PUBG, we were very much like that too.
But it's the same thing. Once you get into the game again,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
feeling it. Well, at one point, Tony died, and I was checking out a vending machine, so... They're
Yeah.
new.
How does
Yeah.
the vending machine?
Oh,
You
vending-
take your resources,
Yeah.
and it'll say, like, for 400 wood, they'll spit out this kind of weapon.
Ah.
So it's
that's
very much
cool.
like the vending machines from that Radical Heights game.
Yeah, sort of thing. So
I'm
you
just
collect
imagining you
resources.
at an ATM and Tony's dying in the back.
Why is full
He's
on
like,
the-
oh, there's-
We landed separate, And
We
another
didn't land too far apart.
not too far, but then another. We kind of worked our way up a town one way, and then I went this way, and I'm like, I'll go to this gas station, and all of a sudden Tony's like, oh my god! And then I went to
You weren't
avenge.
that
You
far.
guys
You
just
could have
played-
saved me.
Then I went to avenge his death.
You
and-
playing regular or sniper?
Wait, what?
What?
Yes.
Is there a sniper challenge?
No, the explosive thing was our challenge, but we didn't go into the explosive challenge.
Oh yeah, we
We
were
just said
really
duos.
confused as to how the passes worked because there's a
no,
battle
no.
pass.
Oh.
Not the battle pass. There's just the
In the different
the mode.
modes.
Remember we said duos?
Yeah.
And then there was explosive duos.
Oh, did they change
Wait,
them up?
what?
though?
Oh, wow.
Oh right, was it only
Just
explosive?
explosive
That's new for me.
weapons.
We should
Did-
try that.
Did they change them or because they were?
They
Sniper?
rotate though.
Oh, okay.
That one rotates. So that one, like ours, when we went on, was explosives, and
So
it's like
rocket
let's-
launchers.
Yeah,
Sweet.
but we're like, let's not do that because we hadn't played in forever. So it's like that's all we need is explosions. everywhere.
Explosions.
You got a rocket launcher? I
got a rocket launcher.
Apparently, you can jump on a friend's rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen- there was a
There
video
was a
where
video.
the guy
Yeah, you can
Hey,
ride
jump
them
in
the
it.
whole way.
I'm like, yeah.
Ride them
You
across
have to
the
get
map.
off them somehow. Though.
You gotta get it off.
Jump.
You gotta get, I don't know, transportation.
Before it explodes.
No, it just probably keeps going.
I think it just keeps going. Like you can ride that thing across the map until it hits something.
Yeah, until it hits something.
Yeah,
Like a wall.
like a wall or a
Mountain.
hill or a mountain.
Another
yeah.
player.
Another person.
Another player.
Oh no! Imagine if you could
Coming in
have,
super slow.
imagine if there was a mod for that rocket where you jumped on it and you can control it.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Like
the guided
strips.
missile
Yeah.
they have.
Yep.
Yeah, the guided missile's new in the game.
Right.
But yeah, we looked at the battle passes. So the battle pass for $10 American. If you complete daily challenges, you unlock more stuff.
It's very much like the
So
StarCraft
yeah, that's
stuff,
Okay, the
where
war
you have
chests.
to play
And
it,
my
I don't know.
problem
and you don't have
is,
to win. I don't think.
See, you know,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't have
remember.
to win for
No,
ours.
you don't
You have to complete those challenges. So one of our
Yes.
challenges was survive longer than 80 other people.
Oh yeah, I've done that one.
Okay.
So you get points for that. And then one of the, like my one was like get one kill with a sniper weapon. Well, one I have to find a sniper weapon. Two I have
Two,
to kill
you have
someone.
to kill someone.
So challenges all around.
And luckily, those do rotate.
Those do
So-
rotate. Those
So
are
you guys
kind of
did buy the
it's-
battle pass?
I did not buy the battle pass because if I actually played that game a lot and we played that game a lot, it might be more worth it
Yeah.
Just to get everything.
just to start collecting stuff.
Yeah.
But as it is, I mean, for the amount I'll play it, it's good enough just getting the regular, like, it's not the
Because
battle.
I
don't know,
can't
for
see
me, like,
myself-
It's so infrequent.
Yeah.
Like, it's I don't know. It's
I
tough.
can't see myself.
It's hard
playing-
not
I can't
to
see
wanna buy
myself.
We're
can't
not
see
going to
myself
play it for
buying.
too long, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's much like PUBG, where it's like, oh, after like 3 hours, it's like, I'm done. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Yeah, so that's my thing is, it's like, but you can unlock an astronaut if you get, like, up to level 50, and I'm like,
You can get John Wick if you get the max.
I just rather
it
get.
depends on the battle pass. This battle, this
3, yeah, John.
is it John Wick for this one? Yeah.
See, I'd
There's an
rather just get the
astronaut,
not Star Lord.
Yeah.
That's what I would rather
Yeah.
get. Or Rust Lord, I guess.
Rust
Rust
Lord
Lord.
was his name. Yeah. So. Yeah. So that, and then Brian and I have been wowing.
Wowing.
So what's next for you guys then? Because you guys have got your torn.
We want to get our torrent up to
Level 100.
level 110. Because if we do it without any experience boosts,
No. Level
or
boost.
level boosts,
The one
sorry.
where it automatically bumps you to 110?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can pay to go up to 110. You can pay for other assorted things that bump up
that
your
tape.
level. But we can use experience boosting items. So like we have heirloom items that add 10% experience to all of our stuff. But if we get to 110, we get heritage armor.
Yeah.
So it
Just
actually
cosmetic.
goes with, it's just cosmetic, but it goes with the High Mountain Torrent. So it's
Yeah.
very like First Nations kind of headdresses and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff that fits
looks
with
really
our
nice.
There's
moves.
always something to grind for, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been doing,
casual. Yes.
We've been doing more battlegrounds,
Yeah, more
less
PvP.
dungeons because the dungeons we've been running, like I selected the tank spec because we're both druids. So I selected the tank spec and he selected the healing spec. So as soon as we hit dungeon run,
It enters us into
we
a
get
dungeon
into a dungeon.
instantly.
Those are highly sought after.
well, everything else. So you need a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. Well, DPS is any class can be DPS, including druid. Like you can legitimately just run around as a giant chicken that shoots magic or a cat that like scratches people.
I want to be a chicken. Shoots lasers.
It's called a moonkin, and people call them boomkins because that's pretty much what they do. They just blast people with magic, and they're giant chickens. So, yeah, we run into those dungeons, and you just stop questing because all you're doing is running
dungeons and dungeons and dungeons.
So we stopped doing that, and we started. We're more questing and PvP, because PvP we can get about 10 minutes in.
Oh yeah.
And then a PvP, like a battleground pops.
Yeah.
The PvPs are pretty fun.
And we play capture the flag or whatever it
Yeah.
happens to be, and we can win at capture the flag.
We get people yelling at us.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
especially him, because he's supposed to be the healer.
Let me guess, you go DPS.
No, he
No,
tries to heal.
I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time, not doing my job very well.
Well, and like we
You
go out
get
and
area effect.
I have
doesn't
no.
have area
I don't
effect,
have
he
this.
So here's the thing: is we get into a battleground, and it was kind of capture the point, like capture the king of the hill.
Yeah.
But there's 3 hills, so you
Okay.
got to own 2 of the hills to gain the points over time to win the thing. And one of the guys is like, "Why aren't you guys defending the healers?" And it's like,
We are the healers.
well, no, like I wasn't. I'm DPS.
Yeah.
But as soon as someone targets Brian, it's not like I can be like, "Hey,
Yeah, you can't.
come and get to me."
You can't change the mind of another human.
Of another
player,
human.
because they
You
all
Can't taunt a
know.
human.
I
No.
can taunt NPCs till the cows come home. I cannot taunt a human being. I can
Yeah.
go after that human being.
Yeah.
But when an entire team goes, guys, the
Kill
big
that-
the big moose
It's
That's
a healer.
healing people.
is the guy
Kill
healing
that thing.
stuff. Kill
There's
it.
no way to
See,
save.
you,
Yeah.
you need to go smaller then, so you're not noticeable.
Not
Stealth
possible.
healing.
Not
It's
possible.
not possible with our guys. But that's the thing is, like, you're sitting there going, the other team was coordinated enough to go kick that guy's butt first,
Yep.
and then everybody else will die. And our team just had the guy on the team going like, "Why are you letting the healers die?" And it's like,
I can't help it.
You
I
can't
feel
do
like
anything.
the healer is going to be targeted more than anything.
Always.
Definitely,
That's-
that is the strategy. You
Rule
always
one.
Rule 1. Kill the healer first.
whether it's an NPC healer or a
Or,
human
yeah.
healer, take out the guy that's going, "Have health,
Huzzah!
have health, have health."
Yep.
So that's the pieces. Like that guy said that, and it's like, and again, the battlegrounds we win are when people actually communicate in a well
Productive manner,
productive
yeah.
manner. It's like, this isn't working. Let's try this strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, like tell me how I'm supposed
Yeah.
to protect Brian.
The ones we usually lose are the
I'll
people
try.
who are like, I am so awesome and you guys all suck.
Yeah.
Or,
Although I did like one of the capture the flag ones, and this is the last story I'll tell
Oh,
before
yeah.
I pass this on. This one guy, the entire battleground, you people all suck. Blah, 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 blah. With 2 seconds left in the game, we capped the flag and won.
Yep.
Nice.
And then at the end,
And
he
then
was
at
like,
the end-
you're welcome.
Yeah, he's like, "You're
You're
welcome,"
like,
and everybody else is like, "What did you do?"
What did
Like,
you do? All you did was type
Yeah.
the entire time.
he just yelled at us.
Yeah, what people.
He's inspiring you.
Nope.
No.
It's a reverse bard.
See,
Reverse part.
Yeah, because yeah, that is. This is the big thing with the battlegrounds. Is as soon as someone's like,
If
go
you-
like, and that's the thing. I don't mind if someone starts bossing me around in a battleground. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
constructive about it.
I'll do
Or
it.
something.
Like I'll definitely go do it. Yeah, if anybody's watching and plays WoW and you end up playing with us
Just be bossy and no.
Also, I'm sorry.
again,
Also, I'm sorry.
but it's like you get the flag, you guard the base, you do the this, you do the that. Well, like we left one guy to guard the base and he died, and the guy's like, "What the heck?" And you're going, 3 guys attacked him. What was he supposed
he
to
supposed
do?
Be a tank and just.
Even if you're a tank.
I can become a bear. I can become a giant chicken with 125% extra armor. When 3 people attack just me,
There's no
I'm
chance.
screwed.
Yeah.
Just take it.
Especially when all they have to do is right-click the flag and start running. Because
Yeah.
guess what I do to the other team every time? Kitty cat, sneak in. Kitty cat, grab flag. Woo!
One time he did this, and he just snuck right behind a guy. Guy's just standing
This
there.
paladin standing there, sword out,
Like,
shield.
do. Nick grabs the flag.
All you
He's
see
like,
is his
"What?
NPC
What?"
turn around, and I'm already running the other way. And he's like, all I see is him turn like it was the most comedic, like, huh? But I was watching the
And
flag.
then he like sees Nick instantly is like running after Nick. But Nick's in cat form, so he's running fast.
I
This
got
guy's
extra
like-
speed already. I hit my dash button, so all of a sudden
you
I
can
go.
take the flags while in different forms. I thought you had to be back.
You
to
cannot
where-
be in travel form or be mounted. As soon as you
Yeah.
mount or go to travel form, you drop
Drop.
the flag. The cat form, though, or the wolf form for shamans,
Yeah.
You can't.
you can. You
And
can
you-
be in those
okay.
alternate.
You don't get like. You only get
30%
30%.
boost. So if someone's on a
It's still
mount,
faster.
they're double your speed and they can catch you.
Yeah.
But my cat form has a move where I can click and teleport plus gain 20% extra speed running for 2 or 3 seconds. Then I hit dash and get an extra boost of speed for 80% speed boost for like with a 1 minute cooldown.
Which is faster than the mounts that we have at this level.
Right, so it's funny because I just like pew, like they catch up to me and I'm like and teleport and I'm still a cat and it's like then they catch up to me again and it's like dash. And then if you go up the tunnel, there's a speed boost, and if no one grabs that one, I grab that one too, and it's just like catch me.
And then it's just keeping the flag till
till we can get our flag back and score points.
I think that was super.
Capture the Flag is the funnest battle. It is the most fun battleground to date.
For us.
It's you know what forever. I have been playing this game since it came out.
He speaks for all WoW players.
Warsong Gulch is the best battleground.
It is.
For that kind of thing. Alterac Valley is fun because it's 40 on 40, like it's big.
Yeah.
But I find with Capture the Flag, there's more actual fighting, and the only problem is people don't fight in the right places.
Yeah.
So people just kind of play
it's like think King of the Hill. Where should you fight?
The hill.
On the hill? Yeah, like no.
Up below the hill?
Anywhere other than the hill. Oh, look, there's this path towards the hill. I'll fight here.
That reminds me a lot of my Overwatch days where it's like, guys, just fight on the point.
Yes.
Look at the point.
Exactly.
There's actually a battleground that's that too. There's minecarts that go, and you have to be in proximity.
Fight on the point.
There's a giant glowing circle, and it's like, guys, be in the circle.
You can fight them. We don't have it. We can fight them. Be on it.
Be within this zone, guys, and like 5 of them just stop and keep fighting, and the horde or the alliance.
Or you get the people that chase people out of the circle.
But the guy's running away, and you're like, just let him
go.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
They're regrouping. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're getting points while they're regrouping.
Yeah. Stay on the bloody point. That one guy starts running, and 5 people chase him, and you're like on the point by yourself, going,
This isn't really doing anything.
And it's like, oh no, well no, because as long as you own the point, you're good. You're getting points. But now all of a sudden you're like, oh no,
You're by yourself.
I have a bad feeling about this. And from the other direction comes like 6 people, and you're
That's
like,
it.
Other 5 people,
followed by your teammates.
Other 5 people come and help. You're literally that guy with a rubber sword trying to like.
You don't do anything.
Either way, leveling through WoW is a much better experience than grinding for rep.
Yeah.
Which
because we can just like chill and.
Yes, and I mean that the grinding for rep because you have to do something very specific. Like
and
for us, it was a dungeon.
rep is isn't it daily capped or something like
no,
that?
No.
Or
thank goodness.
Was something daily capped?
We have so many daily quests, and after that, there was only one dungeon we could run. So the other
over and over.
Brian and I finally just decided to become the tank and the healer, and that is exactly what we did. Is we had like what 2,000 rep left, and it's just like Brian, if we do 8 of those dungeons in a row. We've got this, and we had it down to 10 minutes a run by the end of it. And by 3 o'clock in the morning, we had High Mountain Tauren.
And we bumped into another guy who was doing the same thing, and he just kept sticking with us too. And then
we met a 4th guy.
Yeah, and who just wanted to do it as fast as possible. So these guys didn't care too that we were just bum rushing through these. Yeah. These dungeons too. They wanted to too, and like let's just do this.
Well, and that's pretty much everybody's just here for rep, right? Yeah. And it's like, and then one person's like, we get rep for this.
No.
I think he was just running random dungeons, and it's like we get rep for this, and it's like at High Mountain, it's like all right,
I'll follow with this.
So yeah, that one was nice, but yeah, so leveling's fun because there's more challenge, I guess, to it, and just more story
different
and
aspects.
more this. It's collecting now again. It's not like...
Have you had a chance to do any more of the alpha?
No.
I never did.
I have not jumped into alpha at all.
I was not invited.
And I think that's part of it is I'm by myself. And what has kept me going in WoW is him. So, like, having the ability to play with other people. Same with PUBG, same with Fortnite. Like, half these games I own now, I'm like, you guys
it's
are
only fun to play with, with you guys. Yeah. Escapists, I only want to play with
like
you guys.
Splatoon, I can play by myself. I'm okay playing Splatoon
That's an easy
by
one.
myself.
And with 3 minutes a match, it's
and that's my
easy.
case. The matches are so short. I'm like, oh, that was fun.
Even win or lose, it's still all right.
Right.
But I think the thing that bothers me with Splatoon is with the wait time. It takes me a long time to get into a match.
I kept getting disconnected.
See, I wired my Switch into the wall, so...
Oh, so you... Oh, okay.
It's got a one solid wired connection when I play.
Oh, that's
I think I remember getting the warning from it, too.
Oh, yes, because you disconnected too many times.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I just played over.
I know. I wish there was like an appeal button where you're like, legit. I'm too far away from my router.
I'm sorry. Sometimes my router sucks real hard.
Yeah.
So
I want to buy like more routers for my house. And
You just need the extenders.
Yeah.
I remember when
I bought one for upstairs.
I remember try playing Splatoon 1 on the Wii U with the
Yeah.
Wii U's horrid.
Yeah, the Wii U.
Horrid Wi-Fi card.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine online other than yesterday, so I'm going to segue. You guys were playing Escapists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Escapist. We
And I
tried
listened
several.
to you guys play the
Yeah,
Escapists.
you had.
I accomplished my goal.
You did accomplish your
I
goal.
accomplished my
But then it was
goal.
super disappointing.
It was disappointing at the end, but I accomplished my goal.
I was a working member of that prison.
I joined the Discord chat, and all I got was, Nick, I got a crossbow!
Unfortunately, you cannot use said crossbow
Unless
I know
you're
as
a
a
single
crossbow.
player.
We spent basically about 90% of that dungeon.
No.
Not dungeon.
Prison.
Yeah, but
No, not
No,
90%.
about 90%.
It took me a while to realize I could build a crossbow in the first place.
right. But then most of it was us trying to get you shit
Materials
to build.
for that crossbow.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Crowbars.
you didn't. Did you need that grappling hook?
Well, I assumed I attached it and then I would have shot it somewhere.
Someone
I think I
kept-
could have used my
Someone kept buying your crowbars.
Probably the guy digging the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
I didn't spend 90% helping with the crossbow.
I was being a productive member.
Well,
I was making wood furniture
the grappling hook, I
and
probably
leaving
could
tubes
have.
of glue on the
All
ground.
over the
I like how one of you bought, Brian, I think, bought wood.
I know, I bought one.
And Tony, like, all I hear is, why?
I can literally go get you wood right now. It is free. I will drop it.
I didn't think of that. I was just like, oh, I need timber. I'll go get some timber. I have some money. And it didn't get clue to be like, oh, Tony's building wood furniture.
For this
Maybe he has some wood.
entire like prison.
So you guys were playing Rattlesnake Springs?
Yes.
Yes.
So, okay.
The third.
The routine was random, right? The routine
Well, it wasn't random.
It
It
felt
was,
random.
well, after a while, it was the same thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was just different than the
we,
first.
we were so used to the first one.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just-
So did you guys actually escape out that tunnel?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In the end.
Yeah.
Because after we found out.
But like the tunnel
after
to
getting
the
the
east,
key
that's where you
mold.
got
Yes.
to.
Yeah.
Alright.
After getting the
I
key
think that's
mold
the-
and doing all
Yeah.
that, and then finding out, oh, it's single player.
Yeah. I figured.
Oops.
I figured honestly that's what that was gonna like come to be because in the first
Well, because you could have ziplined and then have everyone
No.
go across.
in the first prison, it's very easy. It would have been very easy for them to do the cameraman escape
yeah.
or
Yeah.
the boom mic escape for multiple people.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't. That is the single player escape, and you don't realize that until you steal the like civilian uniform, build yourself a boom mic, and you're standing at the front door, and it's like this is only for single player, and you're like, that's fine. Brian can do whatever the hell he wants. Like, let me out.
This just gave me a different experience with
Right.
Yeah.
figuring out a molded key.
And and that's the other. piece,
That's
yeah.
challenging.
It was
that
very
is
challenging.
It wasn't that
I
bad,
really
though.
don't
like you
like-
press mold and then you're gone.
But
Right.
you have to.
You have to put the key
back.
back.
I never had to. I never touched
Really?
the key. All I did was press mold and I'm gone.
Oh, really?
Hey.
'Cause I double checked the body and it's like it already has it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm walking away.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, look at you discovering new things.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
I'm like taking the key off, trying to put the key
No,
back.
there's
That's
there's
impressive.
two buttons, either take or mold, and you just
you just mold it while it's on the body.
and then you just leave it. That's all you have
Oh,
to
fun.
do.
Okay. Because I was like
Yeah.
trying to figure out the controls. Because if it was on PC, obviously it would be quick.
Click.
But,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There's so many buttons. Crafting wood furniture, a pain in the ass.
Does the touchscreen not work in that part? I'm trying to think.
I don't remember.
It works
I
on
have
the
no
main
idea.
menu.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
My Switch was dead, so I had to play on the TV.
TV mode.
I always play on the TV.
What's a TV? I never
We-
play with my dock.
We did do another one
never-
before
yeah.
you did join too. We did the train
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that
we
was
did-
interesting.
That was a very
start.
fast.
because we
We-
kept beating people up.
Well, it was really confusing. I'm like, we step out and they're trying to beat us, and then we figured out real quick that it's like you need to be in your cell or else or play Solid Snake.
Solid Snake.
Sneak around.
Hide in
Oh,
it.
That's basically how I played that. I was like, get to the front. Oh, Snake. Sneak around, sneak around, sneak around.
Yeah.
Dingy was beating everyone up.
Yep.
Tony was sneaking everywhere. I don't know what I was doing.
Not, you were the distraction.
Oh yeah, I kept distracting guards, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they're, hey, Brian, run the other way.
I was just terrible at beating people up and terrible at sneaking around.
It really helps that the guards were on a set path, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Around for the missions.
Yeah.
Hello.
Falsy gamer. Facey gamer.
Fossil gamer.
Facial gamer.
Facial gamer.
But yeah, that was the interesting.
That was.
Yes. Oh, that game is always.
And then yeah, we
game's-
just 3 crowbars, we disconnected.
Yeah.
There.
That's how we escaped when we did.
I figured that was the fastest way.
I think that's the only way for multiplayer.
I'm sure there's another one because I think
I don't
think
know.
there's a way if you snuck up all the way to the front and you knocked all the 3 guards out, you could probably stop the train
Really?
because there was only 3 guards there, and so obviously
Only 3, each take 1.
yeah,
Well, 4 of us played.
yeah. If all 4 of us played and there's 3 guards there, plus 4 if another guard kind of comes up.
Hi. Oh,
Hello.
hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I think we could totally do that. That seems like another option.
There's always 2 multiplayer ways to escape and a single player way to escape. One of the multiplayer ways to
The
escape.
single player was up on the roof. Wasn't
There was
it?
a roof one and a horse.
Was the
No,
horse?
Right,
there
the
was
horse.
there was one on the roof too.
There
of
was,
the
yeah, there
train.
was one on the roof.
Because I
Was
went
that
up
a
to
single player one?
Yeah, because I was up there. I'm like,
Oh, then that's it. So the crowbar way is the only way to escape multiplayer. Then.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Okay.
The 3 hints they give you are the 3 ways of escaping.
Okay.
okay. So the other one was a mocha. When we were in Rattlesnake, whatever. It was like a mocha chocolate or something.
Yeah.
A lava chocolate.
Molten
What was
chocolate
that?
or whatever. I
Molten-
don't know. I didn't check that one out because I was too busy focusing on my crossbow.
Same.
Excellent, excellent. I
We
agree.
don't have pizza.
Trophy, money, pizza, thumbs.
I don't know how emojis work. I never watched that movie.
Thankfully, not a lot of people did. Did you hear he went nuts?
Who did?
T.J. Miller.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he
He called
did
in a bomb
Okay,
threat. He got arrested
when you-
for a bomb.
I saw him at West Ed that day.
What?
He was the day I remember when I was. You dropped me off, and I said I was
weekend.
going last weekend,
Yeah.
and I was going to go West Ed.
What?
I walked past him.
What?
TJ Miller?
Yes.
No.
Well, now he's arrested.
He looked baked out of his mind.
That's not
Also, that's-
surprising from the
Not
stories
surprising,
I've heard.
but
That's probably his natural
because
look.
then that article happened a couple of days later. I'm like, okay, just to verify this is him, and they even said he came from Canada doing a couple of shows.
Oh.
He was in town.
Yeah, he called in a
Even
bomb.
the people, the couple in front of me were like, looking back.
He's a pretty recognizable.
He's this big dude.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh no,
big.
big too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Is he?
looked like
Really?
gained
Oh.
a
'Cause
lot.
I was gonna say he looked pretty skinny and
In Deadpool.
He's either like I said, he was either baked out of his mind or he was coming off a hangover, which is either one. Not surprising for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ghost,
I agree.
Ghost coffee.
So
Kind of.
Yes, that was him.
is he in Deadpool 3?
there's no 3.
There's no 3.
Who knows yet?
They've peaked at 2.
Oh.
Well, you stop at 3.
You
You stop at 3.
But yeah, that was our escape.
Escapist.
Escapisting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always entertaining.
That was.
I want to see
I
what
always
other things I can. I could have built a whip.
electro
A
whip.
super
You should
whip.
have built a whip.
Electro
You
whip?
I
could've
don't know if
built
it's
a whip.
super.
I thought it was electro.
Okay, how do you know this stuff though if it's all question marks?
Yeah, I think those are the mission.
Sometimes the missions
Sometimes the
will-
missions
because
will
I think
unlock
the law-
that stuff for you. No.
No.
Yes. Purple. Yeah, if you do those missions, like that's how I got the like electro gloves and all
Because
that.
there was a few on the top that didn't seem like they were.
But the
mission,
red
but
question
they were
marks.
Question marks.
The red question marks, I think, has to do with the breaking out of prison because it's the molten chocolate, whatever. That's the one that was red question marks, and I think the crossbow.
There was a couple.
it
No,
was
the
red-
red crossbow wasn't.
Foo.
Manchu.
Yes. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I'm going home.
Okay.
Done.
Bye.
Okay. Wow. That went eastward.
Eastward.
Anywho.
Who's
Skip it.
I don't know. I segued to anybody.
I'll go.
We
So
kind of hit a dead end at escape.
okay, I'll go.
Tony.
So I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh lately because they
Which
added
season?
the final couple seasons actually
Oh, okay.
because they added the rest of them onto Netflix.
Yeah.
Which is the second season or the second last season, which is the one I'm on, is I think like the Dragons arc.
Oh, okay.
Where they have the dragon spell cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
The reason it's the seal of
Blue eyes,
Orichalcos,
white
blah 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 blah
dragon.
blah. No, not that kind of dragon.
Three-headed, blue eyes, white dragon.
Haha, I did that on my turn 1, guys. See, get wrecked. So
You can't do that on turn 1. Ah, but you forgot my trap card, which allows
You
me
you literally only need one card to get yourself out of the situation. Your friends are in peril. You're at 100 life points. Also, you're mentally being drained. You need one card to hold on.
The ultimate top deck start.
Heart of the cards, Tony. Heart of the cards.
So,
I hate it when people do that in Hearthstone. When they top deck that one card they need, and
Well-
it's like,
welcome to trading card games. I get that frequently.
Oh yeah.
Top deck is that from my. If Yu-Gi-Oh has taught me anything about trading card games, is that people top deck what they need,
Yep.
or they cheat,
or they
or make up rules,
or make up rules.
mostly make up rules.
Hold on, I will use this trap card. That's not in the turn order. You can't use that yet.
If you've actually read any of the cards they've played, they don't match actually what the card
actually
is on the real in the real game. It's like, oh my god, they're making shit up for this thing.
Of course they are.
So yeah, I've been watching that, and they've added the entire first set of Yu-Gi-Oh onto Netflix, which
Nice.
is literally the continuation,
stuff, Mark.
the final, this last episode basically of the Yu-Gi arc
Oh, okay.
and the Pharaoh arc is
Yes.
basically on Netflix now.
That's good. Because I watched up till they stopped.
Yeah,
First
on
season.
Netflix, they
I
until a
haven't
couple of
yet.
weeks ago they had up to the Battle City Championships.
Yes, yeah.
and not even the full Battle City.
So we
No,
have
like
5
around-
seasons on our Netflix now.
So the last 2 seasons are the Dragons arc as well as the KC Kaibakor Championships.
Is this fan friend?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
You don't want
Yu-Gi-Oh
that
is
slip earlier.
99% of the time?
Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty family friendly.
Yu-Gi-Oh is family friendly.
Unless you're Kaiba.
I like how season 5 they just stopped naming episodes.
Yep.
They just
Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
And it's
lazy.
great. And it's great because if you ever watch them, they do the whole skip the intro.
Oh, they
Someone
seem
had to
like
watch 60 plus
lazy.
episodes to edit the perfect the time to say skip the intro and skip the recap on Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of that, and I dabbled in a little bit of the dark side recently with because you know how Android
Did they
T-
actually have cookies?
yes, it was chocolate chip.
delicious.
It was actually 2 chocolate chip cookies with icing that you have an Oreo in the middle.
That sounds dark sidey to me.
Yes, it is. So everyone keeps talking about buying Android boxes and cooking up to the TV and watching TV shows.
Sure.
It's like, are those like $150 or something like that? Like $200? Those are pretty expensive, right?
They can
Not
be.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyways, I retrofitted my old Android phone to do exactly that.
Perfect.
So it's like
As long as you have a Chromecast, you can pretty much do
Chromecast.
it.
Yeah,
that was my other piece of it.
Chromecast.
I used my Chromecast.
Yeah.
So basically, I took my old, probably a $20 phone now,
Yeah.
and a $35 Chromecast to basically replicate an Android TV experience. And I don't know why people keep telling me that I should get one of those boxes because I just laugh at them now.
Because you can spend more money.
If it helps one of the big companies now, one of their shticks is you can pick like 5 channels. And the way they do it is essentially they are handing you a legal Android box that they control to watch TV. Like, this is how the guy's selling it to me, and I'm sitting there going like, if I'm gonna give you that kind of money to watch 5 channels, I'll just go buy an Android box and watch 2,000 channels.
Hell,
But that's not legal.
I will take your box and I will wipe the firmware.
Neither is charging me $100 for my cell phone bill every month, sir.
Yeah.
I'll take that box, reformat it,
Yeah.
put in my own software.
Yeah.
For the sake of not naming them out, I'm not going to name which app this is, just because I don't want them to get taken down. But I'll put that on there, and I will laugh at you. Because I watched Star Wars yesterday morning.
Last yesterday.
Last yesterday.
Last yesterday.
I watched The Last Jedi last morning. So yeah, it's wonderful little app.
Well, that's
I love it.
That's
And-
why I'm laughing, because like Android stuff is so easy to just
Yeah, and-
circumnavigate
Yeah.
stuff. Because even my tablet is pretty much dead. My little 7-inch one.
Yeah.
It just doesn't charge. So my dad is all birthday present ideas now, and I'm like, I
don't need anything.
don't need anything. Either way, Amazon sells their Fire tablets,
Yeah.
which run
Android.
Android OS, but on top of it is their like Amazon OS, so it doesn't let like any of the Google Play stuff work. It doesn't even have the Google Play Store on it.
Why?
But there is a 2-step thing online that isn't even like, there's no routing involved. It's legit. You just like get the Google Store on there, and it becomes a regular tab, like a Google tablet, and I'm like, perfect, and it's $80.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you can also turn that into
Yeah.
an Android box.
and that's usually I use my tablet pretty much for reading ebooks, and as a media little
Consume.
thing to send
Thing
to
to-
Chromecast
yeah.
stuff because it's always at home and you can just
the-
pick it up and
The fluidity of Android is wild.
same with Apple. It's just Apple's so you can't do that with an old iPhone and
Yeah.
you know
And everything's
You
all
need the newest.
it's all
Yeah.
hardware locked.
it's all
Yeah,
hardware
it's all
locked.
hardware locked.
Whereas
In terms of-
Android, it's like you want to root our stuff.
Okay.
Why not?
It's, and they know that this phone is depreciated. It's
Yeah.
I'm using my old Nexus 5. Like, holy crap, that phone is old, but it's
People
still
still
works.
use theirs. They
It's
love
it's
their
a,
Nexuses.
my Nexus 5. My Nexus 5 is still an amazing device.
Hello,
Hi.
GT.
Hello, yes.
Sorry, it's laggy. It seems to do that on Mixer every once in a while. So sorry. We're running 4 streams,
Yes.
3.5
3.5
streams.
streams.
Hold on, let me
Three.
let me
Let's just say it.
let me
Really.
download some YouTube videos off your Wi-Fi. So,
Because yeah, everything's green on our end. I do keep watching that. So
but yes, I've been doing a little bit of that. That's how I caught up on all my TV shows, save for Agents of Shield. Apparently, that show is still amazing right now.
Yeah.
And I've heard rumors, hear tell, that it is going to be renewed for the 6th season.
Oh boy.
I really don't want it to,
yep.
because where
Goodness.
the direction they're going is it's a very good finale.
Yep.
If they do finish it off here, and that's why I kind of asked you guys about this last week. Is like if the network says yes, you guys are renewed. Can they say no?
Yes.
I feel like they
I think
should.
They can, as long as they don't, like I said. do
And
a
again, it's a
contract.
contract thing, right?
Yeah.
And of
I
course,
see.
being contracts, it's hard to navigate that kind of stuff.
Like if Clark Gregg is signed on for another 2 seasons,
Yes.
as
They
long
have
as
to.
the studio picks
Says
up
yes.
those seasons, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yes. So and of course, some of the actors won't say anything, right?
Well, because it's their only thing. What?
It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good.
We're behind on the chat if that's what you're asking about because the chat
That's natural.
Not really.
is built. Well, no, we are. So when we get their message and reply to it, it's a good 20 seconds before
Yes.
it gets
Yeah.
responded.
That's natural. That's
There's
natural
more
delay.
than
That's
20
natural
seconds
delay.
in between.
Either way,
But
yeah.
I really hope that show does
End.
end because it's building itself up.
See, and the other one that everybody's watching right now is Brooklyn Nine-Nine because it's on that bubble right now, but its ratings are up by like 20%. Hello, Death Killer 24G.
24G.
24G. Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine's like its
It's-
ratings
it's-
are going up. Someone posted a link to I think the iTunes store, and it's like the most popular show right now for people buying the seasons.
Yes.
And it's just everybody's like, huh?
Why not? It should be an
Like,
auto like it should.
This should be an easy choice right now, guys. Like,
Because what network is Brooklyn on?
Fox.
Oh,
That'd be why.
there's your problem.
they don't like popular shows.
They don't like things.
It got too smart for them. They no longer understand it.
It's too meta.
Yeah.
They made fun of them of Fox too many times.
Too many times. Yeah.
And then why is The Simpsons still on? That's
Because
all they do.
also Simpsons.
Did you? Apparently, they threw a thing back because all these people are raging.
Oh, they
raging
tried
against
to.
it.
They
Apu's
tried
thing?
to go to the Apu thing.
I don't
Tried to
understand.
a brief
right.
little thing.
Yeah.
And apparently, it still didn't do anything. Or
Oh no, it
was
just
an
pissed
issue.
people off more, which is exactly what they wanted to do.
I don't understand that show anymore.
Okay, and like I read an article last night too, and this guy is talking essentially because this one comedian went off the rails about how Apu is a stereotypical, like, you know, North American East Indian
yeah.
character who owns a convenience store. Da 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 da. This
Yeah.
other
He's got
East
the
Indian
accent.
guy wrote, and again, an accent done by a white guy, who again voices 800 people on that show. So
Yeah.
really, bite me. Voice actor's a voice actor, but this other guy goes, he's the only Indian who was ever on TV, like East Indian person.
Yeah.
He has a family. He's gone through things.
He's
he
a
has
stable
problems.
job.
He has a stable job in a community. He is
Yeah.
part of these people. Like,
Yeah.
in all honesty, yeah, he sounds a little funny. but
But this entire show sounds a little funny to begin
and
with.
it's The Simpsons.
Yeah,
so
it's
the
The
other
Simpsons.
time, the shtick was that they pulled as Marge was trying to censor one of Lisa's books, and she goes, "Well, this book's been around forever. Why are you trying to censor it now?" And it's like, "Well, things change." And it's like, "Do they really?" And apparently, Lisa looks over, and on her bedside table is a picture of Apu.
Why is a picture of Apu on
It's
her bed?
more- it's a symbolic-
for the shtick because Apu hasn't been a problem for the last 20 some years,
Yes.
And now,
And
it's-
now
and
it's
now
a
he's an
problem.
issue. So why is he an issue now?
I don't understand.
Either way,
2018.
it's The Simpsons.
Pop culture is weird.
And The Simpsons I like. Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about. Come back to me after.
Sure. So other than that dabbling in that stuff, we did a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we did a
They
thing.
did a Marvel thing.
A Marvel thing.
It was fun.
It was one of the local pubberies
Pubs.
that we have
Yep.
in Edmonton. Not just that one, but they do trivia nights that you can find them all over.
Oh, yeah.
Any,
yeah,
ci-
lots of
any,
people do trivia.
any city does that.
Yep.
But they had a specific Marvel Cinematic Universe trivia night.
Yep.
And
The
what?
worst trivia nights are the ones you don't know about.
Yes.
You go to a pub with a friend going like, we
Yes,
shall go and have
let's-
some pints.
There were a few people
Let's-
I noticed that were walking around like, oh, there's no seats.
Well, it's not even that. I walked into a neighborhood pub and they were having a music trivia night. But my buddy and I walk in and it's like the guy's coming around to our table and he's like, and what is your answer to this? And we're like, we're not playing.
Yeah.
I think the way they got around it at our place is that they had actual tables
Right.
saying these people.
If it helps, there was only like 8 of us in this pub. So the guy was just trying to get
Okay,
people
so
to
yeah,
play.
to play.
No, I think this was popular enough for them to
Oh,
know.
and
Oh,
this is,
yeah.
Well, the place you went to was much more popular than the place I was at, and
Well, the
Two,
guy,
this is the topic.
For
that-
Marvel.
the guy
Everyone
had-
kind
the
of
guy's
went.
stack answer sheet was that.
right.
So
Yeah, I'm surprised we got that high on our scores. that
we probably
did.
tied a lot of people.
That's probably true. So yeah,
We figured top 10.
what is
no?
what is our outgoing lesson? Is that we need to
Learn
pay attention-
prisons.
We need to learn prison names more.
Actually, that was only 2 questions.
There
But
was only 2 prison. So the
do you
first,
mean by-
literally the first question he asks was, "What's the name of the prison that the Guardians get sent to in the first movie?" Oh, yeah. Let's see if
No
they know.
idea.
Let's see if they know.
No
Yeah.
idea.
he's thinking about it. Okay,
And
in
the
the
problem-
meantime, thinking about it, the second one was,
What-
what was the prison that Ant-Man was at?
What was the one that he got let out of?
No idea. No idea.
That one I
That was a little harder.
I
But-
don't know. The space one, all I know is I think Rocket says the bloody name.
He does.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
They
does.
say it a few
He does
times.
say it.
Yeah, that's why in my brain I'm like
And that's the problem. We were like, we wrote space
The-
prison.
the-
I think.
No, we
think
didn't write
we-
anything for that one because we didn't know the
the
answer.
arc, the craft, the something
But
stupid.
let's you're
Well,
wrong. You're super
yeah,
wrong.
that's- yeah.
The
What
kiln-
is it?
The kilns.
Kiln.
The kiln.
Kiln.
The kiln.
K-Y- K-Y-L-N.
See,
yeah.
craft was close.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
You're there.
yeah.
You're
Then
there.
there was the
One word answer,
the
basic something.
Winter Soldier one. How do you
Yes.
activate
How
him?
do you activate the winter?
Yes,
Yeah,
so the big-
name the
Not in
9.
order. Just give us
Give us
words
9 words.
out of 10.
I don't think I would be surprised if
got
any
it.
team got it.
Apple, suitcase, something, homecoming.
Homecoming 9 times.
9.
Homecoming 9 times.
9 is in there.
9 actually was a number. 9 and 15.
I knew 9 was in 13.
Was it 13?
It's 13.
Okay.
There was also what did Black Widow give? What name did Black Widow give Tony when she first met him?
In Iron Man 2.
2.
There was an actual name.
Stank.
No.
No.
No. Natalie.
It-
I can't remember
Yeah,
what the
like
last
Rushmore.
one. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh.
And you think about it afterwards, you're like, oh fuck.
Well, no, the one you were doing was Hawkeye's wife. His name.
Hawkeye's wife. They mentioned that in Age of Ultron.
The lady from
multiple
Beyond.
times after the event, after the reveal, and it's like we're like,
We got there.
There's
we
a
got
name?
39 out of 50 on this.
what does Shield stand for?
Oh,
I watched that show for 5 seasons.
Strategic Homeland
Like-
Intervention.
See, a lot of people put intelligence.
Yes.
Nope, it's intervention.
It's intervention. That's the big one.
Yeah.
See, I got it.
What villain did Corey Stoles play?
Yeah.
Corey
Stoles?
Corey
Yeah.
Stoles.
Did they go to the the
Okay,
shows
so-
too, or just the
No,
movies?
no, they didn't go
Okay.
through the shows. It was just the movies.
What's
so
a
they,
Corey Stoles?
Okay, actor.
actor,
I gathered that.
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket.
Oh, see,
He's the one that picked up because we were going.
He also gave a
through.
lot of hints too to that one. I think he dropped a few hints for that one.
Oh,
And
the
by
other
the process
thing-
of elimination,
I guess if you knew he was a bad guy, I could
and
go
it was
through the
by that
list.
was it was fate. What we were in the
so how
phase
they
section.
so yeah, like the rounds were there was 5 rounds. They were split into 5. The first 2 were heroes and villains.
Yep.
The
okay.
last 3 rounds were movie questions based off of phase 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So it was very specifically, yes, this is a phase 2 question. So you had to think about
The
like
one we had to come back to though. It was what was Stan Lee's role in
the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
What was his cameo in the Winter Soldier?
So many cameos.
That's
I
what
know,
we were
that's
thinking.
what I was like,
I
oh.
literally had to play that entire movie in my brain for
Yeah.
and like super fast forward. Like this scene and then this scene and this scene, this scene and this scene.
We got away with our
Was he a war vet in that one?
Nope.
Nope.
That was Age of
was-
Ultron.
Yeah.
Also, it was good guess, but
Yep.
not. It was close, but not really.
Nope, I don't remember that one.
He was a Smithsonian Museum guard.
That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna get so
Yeah.
fired from this.
Yeah.
But it was-
SHIELD. SHIELD stands for Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division.
See, and I knew the last bit is the E that got me.
Yeah.
The TV show, 5 seasons, paid off with that one question. If there's anything else.
Just call it.
Name one of the 2 actors that played Howard Stark.
Yep.
Oh, the guy from
Oh.
Mad Men?
Yep.
You
Name
can't
him?
write the guy from Mad Men. You have
I
to-
can.
You get in trouble for that one.
You can't tell me what to do.
Actually, the rules specifically state you have to how you have to answer the questions.
That's fine. Doesn't mean I actually have to listen to the rules.
Some of the questions. some
I
of the-
don't play for points.
I got the one. I got the actor off First Avenger.
Yeah, the younger one, the younger
Dominic.
Howard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I don't know the actors' names on that one.
Dominic Cooper.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I just see the.
I think some of the
faces.
questions were really.
Well, that's my thing.
imbalanced,
Like
too.
you say
Yeah.
Howard Stark, and I go, oh, the guy from Mad Men, because I saw him in
What's the
Mad
other
Men,
one
and I
we
went,
were confused
Howard
on?
Stark.
We were lucky to get the Thor one.
Which one was the
What
Thor
was
one?
Thor?
What
question was that?
Off the first movie. What did the Frost Giant say to Thor to turn him back in that first fight scene?
That the one that taunts.
Oh, that
he
That's
says,
taunted
he
him.
says a specific line.
Yeah, where Thor's and Loki's
turning
like,
around.
oh,
Yeah.
He turned around and he literally whispers it to him.
Yeah.
And it's the-
He said it out
Yeah,
loud,
he said
and
it out
everyone's
loud.
like, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
I was close on
We
that,
got
but,
really
but we
close.
got the person who marked it was like, whatever, you said it, you're good enough.
What was it?
Was it something about his hammer?
No, it was turn away, little princess.
Oh.
Or run home.
Or run
Run
home,
home.
run home,
Yeah.
little princess.
Yeah, something like that.
And then you saw everyone
What-
else.
and then like there's some
oh,
like
no.
stupidly easy questions where it's like, what's the name of Star-Lord's ship?
They
Yeah,
have to do that kind of stuff.
I know
Yeah.
it is, but like it's. But
Alyssa
but
Milano.
the other team beside us didn't get it because we marked each other's.
Yeah.
Oh,
sheets.
okay.
And that
At
gets
school
that
back when.
that gets around the using your phone between rounds. That way,
yeah.
that way you can mark,
Yeah.
the first 2
Oh,
rounds and then
okay.
on the phones, rather than being like all 5 rounds without your
Yeah.
mobile device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was no Black Panther question. Or there was.
There was, sure.
one. That was super easy.
Yeah, what's the name?
T'Challa.
What is Black Panther's sister's name?
Shuri.
Shiri.
And it even says it on the Facebook
Yeah,
group.
super-
Like, don't be either a Drax or a Shuri.
So.
Really?
Oh, the tiebreaker question was great.
Oh yeah. You
So,
got to take. It was a
in the-
math one. You
in
got to
all-
take. How much money did Homecoming make,
divided by
and then divide it by the amount
Oh.
of web shooters he had,
Com-
or the
combinations.
Yes.
and whatever team gets closest will break the tie. Their
So
tie.
it made.
Oh, I can't remember how much
I
he
don't-
said.
I literally put yes as to like
Yes.
yes as to like divided by the web shooter combinations. I'm like I don't know, and there was like a specific like odd number too.
yeah. What?
It was
Made
like
$800,000 or
No, I
something.
don't think
$700,000.
I don't even remember.
Divided
Total.
by 200.
Nope,
Like
nope.
billion
Nope.
or millions.
Divided by I
It
think
just had 200. Well, no.
I think it was like 1,500.
And it was
something.
523 web combinations.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
I just know the one. Insta kill mode.
Yeah.
No, that's the only one I remember.
Oh yeah, there was also
What's the name of the?
score or the guy the two meets for the on the boat?
We know it's Scorpion, but he
Yes,
asked for
what
the
was his
name.
name.
He asked for the name.
Scorpion.
That's
Yeah,
what we said.
we wrote.
We said that.
Everyone wrote Scorpion. I think it was like Grog or something.
Mac.
His
No, it was
name.
Mac something.
Matt.
We were like, if
Mac.
there's a Spider-Man question, Nick would be here for that. Gargan?
No, I can't.
Gargan.
remember.
Gargan's his
Gargan,
last
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Spider-Man: Homecoming made $880 million. See, I'm close.
Divided by.
But
Yeah, well, you needed a
500.
phone for that.
I said 800
Dollars?
mil. or 800. Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, it was a fun night.
Good.
And honestly, like
Pretty sure we top 10 that, but
we
were
must have
not-
gotten really
We were
close.
not. We were well.
Did anyone get 50 out of 50?
No,
We
we
don't-
don't know because we left before.
we're pretty sure
Because he went through them and like he said.
I was talking to him, and he's like, "Well," I was showing him our sheet. He's like, "Oh, you guys got 39. That's really good." And then I was like, "So what's our odds?" He's like, "Well, there's a couple of 40s ahead of you." And I'm like, "God, done." Goodbye.
He even said like when he's announcing them, he's like, on a normal night, 36 out of 50 wins.
Yeah, but you're playing with a bunch of
Nerds.
And he's like, you guys got like 40s in here.
So
And he didn't list off the top 2 initially. He's like, I just want to read off the 40s, and he started with the.
Our team name was
43.
probably the best, to be honest.
He said
okay.
43, so that wasn't even. That was the third highest.
Oh.
Was
I'm thinking like
43.
45 was probably the winner.
That's what I figured too. 45,
The
46.
Re-Avengers.
No,
Re-Revengers.
We were the
Re-Reven-
Re-Avengers.
Re-Avengers.
The Re-Avengers?
Yes.
Yes.
Two Re-Res.
Because it's the
Re-Avengers.
Revengers. The Revengers from Thor Ragnarok. The first place team got tickets to the
Friday.
the Friday night show, IMAX show,
Oh,
as
okay.
well as a replica Iron Man.
No.
Or not, Captain
America
America shield.
You can see the Toys R Us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're in a group of 6, who do you decide what gets what?
Yeah.
fight to the death using the shield. You put the shield right in the middle, and whoever gets to it first
Like
is gonna
the
win.
Like the Joker.
Yeah.
Fight. And then second place got an hour. We didn't want it. We didn't want it. Hour tattoo at some place, and then 2 tickets to Thursday night movie,
Oh, yeah.
and you got to sit beside the guy who's running.
I think he was
the whole
going to
thing.
the Friday
Oh,
one.
yeah.
No, he said it was Thursday.
Oh, he's Thursday? Okay, yeah.
Could finally get that tattoo I've always been wanting.
Yes.
I mean, I would take that. Probably would take that one. I have an idea what I want, but
I don't have an idea. I'd switch. I'd put
but
it
still,
on
it comes
Pokemon.
down to
I change
we
my
have
I
6
change my mind so
But
often.
even
Like
he pointed out, though, even before we started, how many people actually already have the tickets,
Yeah,
and
several.
probably a majority of the people already have their
I had-
tickets.
I had my
So the fact that you get 2 extra ones, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I would have given obviously to you already.
yeah, if we
Had
would
we
come
had we
close.
come close.
tickets. Get them
All
when you
right.
go to the theater.
It's actually
like a
not
regular
that.
person.
It's actually not that sold out here.
I never worry about getting tickets to a movie.
Yeah.
No, because we go the week before and we see it on the 2D. Hey,
Yeah,
there we go. We just gotta get there early enough.
yeah, we have to
Yeah.
actually fight
We're
for
just
seats.
fine.
We go as a group.
We're unlike these fancy people with their
Assigned seats.
seats.
Yeah.
I had to buy tickets for 6 people.
Assigned seating.
I had to buy tickets
Get
for
there an
6.
hour before the movie starts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get in a bloody lineup like the
But
rest
we
of
go
us.
to a movie theater with the pre-show or pre-game stuff. I'm good.
Oh, I like that stuff too.
Yeah. I don't know why, considering Cineplex owns all of the theaters, it bugs me when there's not,
Landmark. Landmark's okay.
Empire.
Landmark's all right.
Empire sold all their theaters.
Did they?
Yep.
Yeah.
When they bought Safeway.
Okay, then Landmark and
I'm totally okay with
Because
Landmark
Empire
theaters.
owns Sobeys, who now owns Safeway.
I wouldn't go to the one downtown though.
I don't mind the downtown. They've spruced that theater up quite
They
a
have.
bit.
They have.
The
I'd rather go to the Sherwood Park one. I think. Is
the
it
one
Sherwood
upstairs in the
Galaxy.
mall, that downtown
Yeah.
one.
Park? Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
you've
better than it has been
Yeah.
in recent years. But
Yeah.
it's,
oh yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's what
That's what we did on-
We've been doing. We did
That's
a little
cool.
bit, but you
That's
did
cool.
other stuff too.
kind of.
Kind of.
You guys kind of eliminated stuff with escapists
Escapist!
and unfortunate events. I mean, that kind of took most of my week.
How are you feeling about unfortunate events? You're same with me. You just finished Vile Village.
Are you?
Yes, I'm right there. I was very sad at the end of that first Vile Village episode.
Yep.
I knew it was coming.
We
I
knew it was
don't know
coming.
when.
It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it was a. I think
That was a horrible thing for him to
I
do.
think it was. They
was,
They
it
could have
was.
done a better way for him to go, though.
No.
That's a very horrible thing
seemed
for
like
him
a
to
really-
do to Nathan Fillion.
Man.
Yeah.
No. I
Neil
dig it.
Patrick Harris did say this series was going to be darker than the books.
But the books are dark.
The books are dark.
Like again, I'm reading
I don't
that
find
with
them super dark, though.
I think I'm okay with it
well, not
being
like
dark though.
super dark, but compared to like a
for a
children's
kids show.
book.
Yeah, this is a kids
Yeah.
show. You got to remember. But that's my thing. Is
Well, let's be honest. How many kids are actually gonna watch this?
A
Show?
lot. I have a lot of
think
kids
so?
in my school.
I
Like,
was just
Really?
gonna say my
I don't know
entire
any
class.
kids watching this show.
Yeah, my entire class.
Wow.
yeah.
I would watch the show.
We're also reading the book right now, but that's the thing is, like, you read the first book, and the first chapter is the kids on the beach on a cloudy day a mysterious dark figure walks up and goes, "Your parents have perished in a fire," and
Yeah.
that is like
The
the
first-
kickoff to the book. And it's just like, if kids have never heard of a series of unfortunate events, which I do have some, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, and they're like, well, but what does? And it's like, perished means, and like.
Just read it from the book.
Yeah, that's the best part is I have one student who's like constantly asking what words
word
mean,
mean.
and it's all like Lemony Snicket is
Word-
on it.
he's
It's
on it.
Words
He's
or
on it.
phrases or like
Yeah.
Yeah, he uses that funny word. Next sentence.
Mr. Mr. Poe. though.
Mr. Poe's the best.
Mr.
Slash
Poe.
worst.
I still love
Seriously, that court scene. Yeah, he has the unibrow.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like
got
a
it.
taped on, glued on unibrow, and it's like, oh, he's got the unibrow and the
I
tattoo.
can do this. I've been it before. 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh god.
That's not something to be proud of, Mr. Poe.
no, that was Count Olaf.
Count
said
Olaf
5 or
said
6
it.
times.
But he could say it just outright, and Mr. Paul's still like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No plot holes here.
I'm not sure if they worked it into the show, but Mr. Poe's one kid is named Edgar.
No, they're not.
You met them in the first.
They were in the first
Oh,
episode,
okay.
but in the book, it's a
But,
funny little thing that his one kid's name is Edgar Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his other kid's name starts with an A, so it's actually like Edgar A. Poe.
Edgar A.
Oh,
Poe.
okay. Little things.
Little things, little things.
Little Lemony Snicket's actually a pretty good little.
He is.
He's a good little author there.
Looking forward to the last bit. I think the last chapter.
Yeah.
I still have 4 shows left, so.
Me too.
I
Which
finished
I
the
was
whole
happy to see. I'm
season
like, next
2.
one's the hospital, and I'm like, so then like I have to wait for this. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, I have 4 episodes left.
Oh, we totally watched all of that almost in one day.
I had to slow Berkeley down, being like, we need to spread this out.
Just
No. My significant other was like, no, we're doing this. I'm like,
Well, now Lost in Space is out too.
That's
That's
what I was,
true.
I was thinking about
going to
that
say
one.
that.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately, that means that the third and last season is only 6 episodes.
yes, we knew that already.
What's it's only
There's only
Yes.
13, well, 13.
Well,
books.
unless they added.
Unless they start
I don't
doing
think
3
so.
hours per book, because the last books do get bigger.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
you
But
could hour and a half each episode. You could do
or 3 hour, like
Yeah.
3 hours for
each episode.
each. Not
You could do an hour, 3 hours for each book.
that's what I'm
hour
saying.
and a
3
half
hours for each book. So
episode.
do an hour for.
Yeah.
Because like I say, the 13th book first book.
Yeah,
is,
first book is really
And then have
13th
them
book
make a
is-
joke that they've been here longer than usual.
I love that joke.
Yeah.
That's the best joke, I think, to start the entire season 2.
Well,
And
like I
Sonny
said,
looks
they-
like a toddler
About the
now.
hour mark in that one episode, shouldn't we be like?
Shouldn't we be on the next chat? Yeah.
Shouldn't we be doing something?
We've
else
been
right
here for
now?
like what seems like months.
Well, no, but just like if they're doing 3 episodes per book instead of 2 episodes per book on that third episode, just make a joke where it's like, finish.
Still here.
Yeah, finish with like, it's like, how are we still here? Like, shouldn't we have moved on by now? Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then game or there's no game other than Escapist. Movie wise, watched Legend with Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah.
If you can name
Okay.
another movie, he's
Thanks.
There we go. Add that to the list. Tom Hardy.
Other
movies.
Tom Hardy movie. I have like a Captain America style list of like Tom Hardy movies
I'll
I
put it on
must
the list.
see so I learn. Yeah.
Yep.
Learn who he is.
Learn who he is.
It's one where he's playing twins.
Mm-hmm.
Where in 1960s he's
Gangsta.
gangstas, or as he likes to say, he's just a bar owner. That's all he is. He's a very successful bar owner.
So does he play 2 people?
Yes.
All right.
He plays both of them. He gets to play in his usual accent, his British accent.
I really like
Because
his
it's
British
based in
accent.
London, so everyone has an accent. He was tough to hear sometimes, though.
Oh yeah.
Did you have a thing
No, because
Did he have a
because one brother,
coming out?
one brother was talking like he would be essentially the normal brother,
Yeah.
and then there was the schizophrenic brother,
Uh,
and he was talking like this pretty much, but with
an
the English accent.
Yeah.
So some of what he was saying is like, what?
Super.
Really?
Shit.
No, hold on. Put the mouth up.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, he didn't have his hands where he was
I'm
just, but you
trying
can tell. You can tell he's just really hard to hear him.
Well, I mean, like those British accents can get pretty heavy. Sometimes.
Yes, but when he was talking
Yeah.
as the other person,
You're fine,
I
yeah.
could hear him.
Yeah.
I could understand him.
I find being Canadian, we're in that nice in between zone for
Accents.
like British versus American, where like I can watch the BBC and not be confused.
Yeah.
Even by some of the words they use, it's like, oh yeah, it's and then like Americans are like, well, what's this? Like, I don't get it.
What's
and you're
the
going,
bonnet?
What? Well, but that's like saying toque down there. They get confused.
Yeah. Just it's a cap.
When I was down there in
Just the
Oregon,
cap down, or
when I was
beanie.
down there in Oregon, I'm like, do you guys have a washroom? Like, what's a washroom?
The place where you know, yeah. Did they want you to say bathroom?
Yes.
Was there a bath in the room?
Or
Then it's not a
restroom.
bathroom.
I know.
Restroom works. Restroom, washroom.
was
Unless
super-
there's a bath in it,
And then we
it
had
is not a
And then
bath.
we had an argument about toques and hats and beanies.
Yeah. A beanie is a light toque
We had one of
up
our.
in Canada. Thank you very much.
We asked our friend what did we ask him? A muckluck was. And he's
Yeah.
like, did you make a word up just now?
A beanie is a summer toque.
But you don't wear a toque in the summer because
for
it's
That's
warm.
why it's a beanie. So it's a light toque. It doesn't actually keep your head warm.
But it's so
just
warm.
Style.
It's a style.
But it
thing.
gets so warm.
Yeah, but people still wear beanies down in California because it's.
The style.
Are they
It's a
not
style.
warm?
It's like
No,
having
I have a beanie.
lots of hair. or
I wore a
something.
beanie when I had long hair. It's because it keeps the hair contained.
Yep. And when it's messy, it's just,
You,
it's there.
but it's a light hat, so it doesn't actually provide warmth. It just covers your whole head.
It seems like a really poor use. Just use a hat.
No, hat only covers this. When this part gets stupidly messy, beanie. Then you just have the little tails coming out the bottom.
Yep. Which is
And maybe the little things
cool
curly.
thing.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not lazy enough to. My hair doesn't get.
Think of the character in Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beanie.
Beanie.
Oh, I can see it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah. As opposed to like toque, which is to keep you warm in minus 30-degree weather.
Yes.
Celsius.
Celsius.
So yes, legend.
Minus 6,000.
Legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's also the lead from Sucker Punch.
Okay.
The
Chick?
chick.
Oh, okay.
She's the love interest.
Yes.
I don't know her name.
I
That's
do.
why I'm naming her.
She was Violet Baudelaire in the Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yes,
Series
she
of-
was. And
Just
Carrie? She played Carrie, didn't she? No.
That was
Google.
that was Chloe.
Is she not the lead in Sucker Punch?
No.
Oh, Sucker Punch. No, I'm back on the right movie. Yeah, yeah, I have no idea what her name is.
There you go.
Emily Browning.
Yes.
There you go.
Sure.
Yes.
Brian had it right.
No, you're good.
Movie.
I had the wrong movie in my brain.
Ah.
I was thinking Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Kick-Ass.
Oh wait,
Yes.
wildly different character. Wildly different actress.
No, that's why I like
Wildly
you say
different.
Sucker Punch, because I block Sucker Punch from my brain.
That's okay.
Visually, it was
It's
cool.
a fun to
It
watch.
is a great music video.
Yes, yes.
It's a fun to watch,
Sorry,
but not.
I
fun
saw
to,
that online. I saw that online one time, and I'm like, that describes that movie perfectly. It
Yeah.
is a really long music video, a very well done music video.
It's like
Yeah.
an expensive, really
Oh,
weirdly shot. And Leonard Nimoy. Oh.
You mean it's a really well done and visually stunning film without much story?
But great music.
Crazy for Zack Snyder. I can't imagine.
Brooding. Brooding.
Yeah. It's always interesting with these movies watching the, I guess, villain point of view and watching their kind of what you had with Molly's Game, where you're watching them rise and
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
thing that turns around and just wrecks it all.
Yeah. I want to see them succeed one day. I'm really like
A
that's
villain movie where
Yeah.
the villains take over. Let me tell you
Or a
about
book.
Avengers Infinity War that's about to come up.
yeah.
Something that might happen.
That might happen.
But that's the thing, like in Harry Potter, I still remember reading Harry Potter, and Voldemort just kept getting like more and more increasingly as the later books kind of kept going, and I'm like, he might actually pull this off. And then I'm sitting there looking at who was left for characters, and I'm like, and Harry Potter kept getting whinier and whinier as the books went
Yeah.
on, and I'm like, you know what, Voldemort, take this.
Take
Although he really does care about Harry though. He waits until the end of the school year to really try and kill him. He really cares about his education.
is
He really
important.
wants him to
It's
grow
really-
up. It's really
Education
important
is
for him.
important.
Well, but that's like by that last book, at that end scene, it was still like 50-50 on how that was going to go, and then like the good guys win, and I'm like, I think I was one of the only people disappointed by the end of the Harry Potter novels because Voldemort did not win, and I'm like, by this point, I'm cheering for the other guy. In Harry Potter novel, I'm cheering for the guy on the wrong side of the map, and I'm just like,
You're like Barney from Who do you cheer for in the Terminator? The Terminator.
The Terminator.
It's not the name in the movie.
Daniel was the bad guy in Karate Kid.
Duh. No, I gotta watch the Cobra Kai.
I know.
I'm gonna
Is it
watch
out?
that.
Yeah,
is,
it's out.
Is it out yet?
I don't know how it's out, but like in terms of episodic, it's YouTube Red.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I
you
thought
know,
it wasn't coming out till. Well, maybe it was April.
the first
It is
episode.
April.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I was like, I didn't think it came out till. Oh yeah, it is.
That yeah, I really want to watch that.
I'm sorry, you had spring break already.
50 more days. That's cool.
Yep.
Not
There is
You
one
guys have
more
a different
non-instructional
timer.
day coming
Not
up.
that I'm counting.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Not
Yeah.
actiony. It was
Yeah, but that's
More drama.
so yeah. There was the odd act.
as
fight
long as
scene,
the
but-
writing's good. Like that's my
Yeah.
thing. You have to have good writing in a
Yes.
drama film, and that's why even Molly's Game I didn't want to go see in theaters because I'm like I go to
I
the
feel like
theater
I'd be
for
bored of
Visual.
the explosions and the visual
Yeah.
and the this
Yeah.
and that. Molly's Game was a perfect rental sort of thing. Thanks, Super Sky.
Super
I'm
Sky.
not saying all those numbers. Thanks
That's
for
Superfly.
thanks for that. Oh. I bet
That's
you he
it.
never gets that.
Oh yeah, that's more of an 80s, 90s. Fly.
But yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, and we were
Old
talking
guy.
after the trivia night, like what other topics would we be good at? Because you don't want to go to those like half cocked.
Challenge accepted.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Little House on the
Trivia.
Prairie trivia.
Well, we got. Well, then I looked it up after. There's a '90s trivia coming
there's
up.
an Archer one.
The
Archer one I would know.
Archer.
I
No, I would love to be there.
There is
for
a
it.
Friends one. But I
don't
think
think
I
I'd
can't
be good
watch.
at
I
Friends.
don't.
There's too much stuff.
Based
happening.
off what I've
Friends
seen with this,
Friends was
we
so
would
long.
suck.
Yeah.
For there's so much
There's so
Friends.
much in Friends.
There's 10 seasons.
The
John-
other one I said that would be
John
interesting,
Favreau.
but you kind of shut me down on it.
John Favreau, yeah.
What?
Was with the Disney movie?
I'm in.
I
See,
do
I know-
Disney.
I-
I do Disney.
I feel like
Disney
those
movies.
are so
I
hard.
would still, yeah.
You would be surprised how difficult
There's
those are.
so many, yeah.
Challenge accepted.
I've been in one.
Do you include the
And-
Marvel stuff? Do you?
No, Disney.
No, Disney movies.
Pure Disney.
Yeah, pure Disney
Yeah.
movies like Snow
I
White,
could
Seven
do it.
Dwarfs.
I think I could do
like
it. 'Cause I've watched
Cinderella.
enough movies.
Yeah.
where I feel like I can.
Minus Pixar. I'd take Pixar out of that game too.
No, the one I went to had Pixar too, but they had Pixar in a separate category.
Ah, okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So
That's it. Then you got to think 5. Well, it was a different company that was actually doing.
yeah,
that
there's
one,
also
but-
there's multiple trivia organizations.
Yes, that was.
But I just feel like there could be so many small
Yeah,
details
it
in
is-
Disney movies
Disney
that
trivia-
I would be like,
Have you guys not seen the movie details subreddit? It is pretty much Disney and Pixar films.
and,
Oh.
Well,
and,
come on,
and
I-
Edgar Wright films.
and I want
Yeah, still
And
more
Edgar-
Pixar
and
movies.
Edgar-
Like, do you
before
know
we went-
Boo's real name?
even before we went to the
Uh.
Marvel thing. I watched Guardians 2, so I was prepared for any questions coming
Ah.
from that one.
Yeah, we were-
which I actually there was only one.
Yeah, what was that?
Only one.
What's the name of the gold people?
I prepped myself
What's-
with
what's
all
their-
these movies.
what's the name of
there's
the
only
race
one
that-
question.
That they were
Protecting.
protecting at the start of the movie.
Second one. They say it several times in that
Yep.
movie.
What is Boo's real name? Her real name is Mary because on one of the drawings in her bedroom, slightly off
See,
camera,
I'm
is
taking
the
you.
number.
with
Yeah, like if you guys.
That's what Pixar does. That's why if it's a
Pixar,
Pixar
yeah.
trivia night, you're doomed.
they have a lot of like small little.
But I think the one that we found was
The Disney movie
movie.
one.
I'll go with you guys if you guys
Yeah.
really want. Like
it's not so.
All the little
May, I think.
Easter eggs in
May?
Pixar's. Oh,
May.
man.
Okay, well, I
Depends
mean, I'll
on
call
when
up.
in May, but sure.
I'll call,
I'll double.
I'll call up my significant other and let her know. Like we'll
Berkeley,
hey,
But if we only do a
we-
team of 6, so
we would be a team of 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, what about Jen?
She's not coming.
Okay, so 6.
My significant other would come.
Yes, that's how I
She was-
counted. I counted.
Oh, okay. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
yes,
5,
okay.
Right.
You're
I can't
good.
count.
Math is hard. Also, web shooter combinations are there's lots. And
Or we
we're-
stick our significant others on another team.
Ooh.
Challenge that.
I'd swear we would get wrecked. I feel no.
Can I be on your guys'?
Yeah. Boys versus girls.
We've tried this. It's a bad idea.
My wife may be smarter than me, but I know more Disney trivia than she does.
I
And there's
thought-
a way to prove it.
And you know, I thought we knew it too when we went to our first Disney trivia. We got wrecked, and we had Disney like staff members
Staff members. And
working with us.
I am a movie.
I outdid the
expert here.
Disney staff members on their trivia. There was a point where at the Disney store they had to like do the fun fact stuff, and they were following you around like you're carrying like Piglet around, and they're like, "Do you know the author of the like guy who wrote Winnie the Pooh?" And it's like, "A.A. Milne, like go away,
Stop talking to me.
like go away." And it's like, "Well, did you know Christopher Robin was actually his son?" Yes, go away.
Yeah, they stopped doing that.
Yeah, thank God.
Would
'cause-
Winnie the Pooh be included in the Disney movies?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
See, I'd have to brush up
Absolutely.
on that one.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Like I said, there's so many movies to pull from. You think it's harder?
Oh,
it's
no.
harder than it looks.
Oh, no.
Way harder than.
Guys,
it
I
looks.
have
there.
Disney Trivial Pursuit. Like, we can just play that game for till the cows come home.
Oh yeah,
It's true.
But alcohol. Well, I guess we can have alcohol. True.
Duh, that's how you prep. You have to prep in the same state you're going to be in for the test.
Wait a second.
On a
Have
side
I been
note
doing
for that,
post-secondary wrong?
If I learned anything from some of the guys I knew in high school, if you were going to come to school under the influence, you better study under the influence.
under the influence. Oh boy.
yeah. Then the last movie I kind of watched was Ready Player One.
Oh, nice! How
I
was?
want to see that.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh yeah, I was.
I've heard mixed reviews about it, but
Oh no,
My other buddy.
that was a like gamer nerd thing.
Mhm.
Easter eggs.
Now, was it good just for the overall Easter egg extravaganza, or a good movie overall?
It was
Just
a good overall.
My
I
other friend.
trust Spielberg.
My other friend who had watched it gave me a sort of synopsis. The most powerful superpower ability that Warner Brothers can show off is lawyers.
It's true. With the amount of people that
wasn't-
were in this.
The amount,
that wasn't lawyers. That was all Steven Spielberg.
you think so?
It. Yes.
It was Steven
He
Spielberg.
has such.
It was Steven Spielberg
Oh.
calling up Blizzard and being like, "Can I have an Overwatch
He
character?"
has such
and
big
I
clout
forgot
with
there was like
everybody.
there was a Rainer in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the Ninja Turtles in there.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Steven Spielberg has such big clout. He can call Disney and be like, "Can I have this?"
Iron
this?"
Giant. That's,
Iron
that's the
Giant.
only thing I recognized from
There's probably more.
He
Disney.
There's probably a
he
minute.
did Iron Giant, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he
So
would
he
be
did-
able
yeah,
to pull
he-
that.
Iron
Well, it
Giant
depends
was
if
his
it's under Disney's stuff or is it his still.
I think it was still under his.
It doesn't matter.
I don't
It's
know.
he called Disney. He called.
Yeah, he
every,
did.
he,
He could
called
just-
called
Fox, he
Activi-
called
he
everybody.
called
Activision.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was pretty much
Halo
Steven Spielberg.
characters in there.
Yeah, it was pretty much Steven Spielberg going like, "Hi, this is Steven Spielberg.
Oh, hello!
I'd like to use the DeLorean, please."
I'd like to have Freddy Krueger, please.
Right.
Yeah.
And every which movie company's gonna go? No, Steven, not today.
Yeah.
Because then Steven Spielberg's like, "That's fine. I'll never work for you ever."
Yeah.
And you never want to take Steven Spielberg
Off the.
off the
your-
table
your-
when it comes to
yeah.
that.
But no, it had a good sub message into it. We
Nice.
Okay.
need to get out into the world. Because it really it did to me seem like
It's a
what
bit of
we
a
could
social
have
commentary.
what we could have that could be our future where everyone's on VR in another world doing whatever they
Oh, sure. That is
doing
the.
that.
But even Batman Beyond tackled VR as a dangerous addiction of like you can get stuck. Like it's a better life than the one you're living.
Yeah. Technically,
Yeah,
Wally.
and that's what-
Wally
that-
addresses
everyone
Wally
that
was
too.
like that too.
And that's everyone in this movie. Everyone had the VR. They're even coming out with suits to make you feel what you're gonna get hit.
They have those now. I
Oh
don't
my
know
god,
why you wear-
Yeah, I don't know why you.
life imitates art and it's imitating Black Mirror. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I remember when.
No one's like
Yes.
I don't.
I remember when the vests came out, so you can buy them, and they work for like games like Counter Strike and all the first-person shooter games. So it's a vest. Hello.
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 It's a vest you wear, and legitimately in the game, if you get shot,
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah, I know.
Why
There
would
was.
I want to feel that?
because in Counter Strike,
You can
if
tell-
in the vest, if it hits you here, you know.
Oh,
the
you
guy's
know it's
So
right
you're
there.
so you're gonna swing to the proper.
You're swinging right.
Yeah. I always had
At
to
the
watch
same
my
time, though,
screen,
it's
like,
it's the tactical like. You know, like everybody wanted haptic feedback and stuff in their joysticks and stuff
Yeah.
back in the day when we all, everybody played PC with a
Yeah.
bloody joystick, and if your plane went sideways and had caught wind, your joystick would actually like.
and you have to pull it back.
Same with the steering wheels. That was what the vest was invented for. If you got an impact,
It's-
They actually
someone
someone at Sony actually made a full body VR suit
Sure.
for Res Infinite when
Yeah.
they
Oh, wow.
re-released it for the PlayStation 4. It's an actual one. They only made one suit of this, so it's like they bring it to.
Sure, it's
they bring it to
expensive
all
as
the.
hell.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
And so they call it the trans suit because when Res came out back in the PS1 era, it came with a trans vibrator. Literally, not even kidding. That's exactly what it was called.
That's a different game, Tony.
No, it's the same game.
That plugs into the USB port on your computer.
No. This one plugs into the PS1 port. So it was basically a giant throwback to that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
So, but I want to watch Ready Player One.
It's-
That
it's
looks
good. I wanna
that
see
looks
that too.
awesome.
oh, what was that?
Looks visually
One of
stunning.
my coworkers who's older than I am is like, have you not read the book? And I'm like, no. And he's like,
No,
you
and
should. And he's like, you would get it. He's like, you're right on that cusp of
Yeah.
The
I feel like it
generation
does
that
make
would
me want to
understand
go
it.
back. I realize there's differences and
Yeah,
Oh,
they said there were a
everything
lot
in
of
it.
differences.
the book is nowhere.
because the book is so old though.
Right.
You have to change things to update
Yes,
it. Right?
Halo
this generation.
Halo was not around back then.
Overwatch wasn't around.
Well,
But
in the
yeah.
book they played Joust.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah. And then
Concept
every
is there.
every
Joust.
character
I bet you they played Joust in this movie.
sure.
Just
There was so
just-
much it was
hard to
sometimes
keep-
hard to follow.
Yeah, I think IGN has an article. It's like all the 130 some odd Easter eggs that we found.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more.
I do like
That's a movie you would watch over again to look for all the.
again a game that I don't play, but a lot of kids nowadays play Roblox.
Oh yeah.
Is that in there?
They actually did a shtick where they hid an item in their game, and there was only the one. So now this one guy has
In
like
Roblox?
in Roblox.
Oh.
So this one guy has like this very specific. It's like a shirt or something stupid, but it was to tie in with Ready Player One. So this guy actually has like there's one guy in the game who has like
remember
this
Peter
uniform or suit or whatever it is.
Do you remember when Peter Molyneux tried to do that with the
box?
blocks? The
Yeah.
box, what's in the box?
Yeah.
That failed so hard.
Yeah. So Roblox, like, but that's the whole premise to Ready Player One is there's a reward that only one person can
Can
get.
get.
So
Yeah,
Roblox
everyone's
did
gonna
the
fight
same
for it.
shtick.
And then it's kind of the microtransactions thing where everybody in this movie, you get some stuff, you have to pay for it.
Oh,
and
just
you're
like real
using
life.
and you're using your real money. Like
In real
one of
life.
the characters, like I paid my rent to get this special suit, and you cost me my character because once your character dies, you start back at zero.
As you should.
Ooh.
Just like real life.
So they were getting mad at it, and that was the whole thing is that they
Yeah, but
died,
yeah.
you lose everything, and you're restarting back at zero.
Yeah.
It sounds like the what is it, Castle Hawthorne from
Yeah.
from Community.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds
Someone's
like.
programmed that game, by the way.
I
like
wanna
it's
play
out
it.
there.
I want to play it. I know.
But
Oh,
yes,
wow.
definitely
Wow.
go see that.
Ready
Well
Player
worth it.
One.
Player One.
Yes, that's it.
I haven't been here for a while.
So
Yeah.
all right.
Little
So
bit.
strap in. All right. Coffee. Coffee.
Yeah.
I did more like
Beverages.
like we talked about all the games we played.
I know, right? Once it comes around to you. Oh, we've already done that.
I tried
Let's get
Heroes of the Storm a bit more, but again, not as fun unless you're playing with friends.
Yes.
You know,
But,
we
um,
dick around too.
Yeah, but it's so much fun.
I know that's
Right.
what's fun about it.
So I'm hoping when Deckard Cain comes out, you'll try it out one more time, and maybe we'll just dick around some more.
I will defeat you!
Have you
Nick will
seen?
talk like that the entire time.
He does.
I
he
do.
does.
As soon as I get into Deckard Cain mode, it doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop.
The powers of Heraldra will stop you, you evil fiend.
So Deckard Cain's a character
So glad
from
there's
Diablo.
no voice chat in HOTS.
There is now.
What?
They added it. They added it in. You can at the beginning of
I've
every
been banned
game, you
from
can
every
say
game.
yes or no to activating voice chat. In
I will say yes every. Greetings, one and all.
role playing in Heroes.
It's like watching all
You get
those
paired
old,
with Diablo. I will not heal you, devil machine.
literally doesn't heal.
Why aren't you healing me? Why would I heal you, fiend? You destroyed
You
the
destroyed-
earth.
What happened to you?
Yes.
It's like watching Overwatch players play Overwatch, or the Overwatch actors play the Overwatch
Play the
game,
Overwatch game.
playing their voices while playing their own character.
Well, that was like us in WoW. We got into one battleground and one. And whenever people, and I do this in Heroes of the Storm, whenever people start getting angry for no, like again, you lose, you lose.
You lose.
It's a
It's a
game.
game.
It is
When
what it
people
is.
start getting overly worked up, I get more and more stupid. So I'm like
I
sitting
become
in
more and more-
I'm sitting in the graveyard dead, and this one guy's just blah 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 blah, and I'm sitting there starting to type out the lyrics to the Meow Mix song.
No, don't you just like tongue them like with the emote tongues?
In Heroes of the Storm, when they released emotes, yeah, it was
Yeah.
that was the glorious
That was the
day. It was
glorious-
awesome. It was like, why aren't you doing this? Tongue sticking
Emote.
out, Sumer like giving thumbs up kind of thing, and it's like
Emotes.
they don't have emotes in WoW, so I just have to come up with other stuff. But I was playing a cat, so it was like this
Yeah,
one
man.
guy was getting all pissed off. So I'm like, and you must have heard me because I'm meow.
Yeah, he was
meow,
singing it.
Meow, meow. I'm trying to count the meows. Meow, 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 meow. Period. Meow mix, please deliver. Enter.
You literally put it there. It's like,
That usually shuts them up, because then it's like, oh my god, I'm playing with a 5-year-old, and it's like, no sir, I am almost 31. Joke's on you, 12-year-old. I am twice your age.
When you grow up,
Yeah, this
You'll
is what
understand.
you'll get it.
So,
Yeah.
Hotzing.
Hotzing.
well, I played one game. That's all I played. Since we played last, I played one game.
So you hot.
Yeah,
hot
I hopped
for a
once.
game.
You hot it.
I thought it did.
But if no one knows, Deckard Cain's a character from Diablo.
Diablo, yeah.
He's this really old guy who can't do anything but read a book.
So
Yeah.
how does he use?
Does he read
That
you to death?
is the most amazing thing about this thing, is that
I need
one of
spells.
his spells is he reads a book and puts people in front of him to sleep. So there's a cone formation where people who are in front of
Let
you.
me tell you a
you
story.
would-
New favorite
it's,
character.
Is he like? Is that an alt?
Yeah, that's his all. It's take a while and listen. And everyone falls asleep
Take a
that are
while.
in this cone in front of him.
Did you know once in the age of 262 BC?
Just walking around.
You can just voice that
Why
entire.
is Deckard Cain not actually like doing anything? It's just me walking around.
Just walking
Let
around.
me
Is there a
tell
video
you a
for Deckard
story,
Cain?
young man.
Yes, there is.
Okay,
we
I
can,
gotta
we can
take
watch
a,
it after.
I want to take a look at that.
So
What is
Take,
this
take
text?
a while and watch.
I think it's just going to be hilarious playing with Deckard Cain. if
Well, I
this
mean,
is
like,
played.
I've
so
seen-
he throws out healing potions.
Yeah, healing potions.
Yeah, he's
Well,
definitely a
Does
support
he
character.
reveal
So
things
as
to
soon-
you? Because he was in a game original, wasn't he? The one who identified things for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
he identified things.
So
I
is
don't
he
know
going
if
to-
that's.
I have to check his moveset again because I did as soon as he posted.
Reveal the screen.
Yeah, the
Well, as
other
soon
one
as
is a Horagic cube. You throw that out.
Horagic cube.
Yeah,
Horadric.
that's what it's
Horadric or whatever,
Bless you.
and it does. It
You have to say it properly. Horadric Cube from the whole roll drum.
I'll let the video explain
Oh.
later on.
But yeah, he's got enough moves that I'm like, I hate support characters and I hate that, but I love Deckard Cain.
Yeah.
As soon, when they were teasing that one, there was like a candle next to a book and it was melting, like that was totally Deckard Cain, but it ended up being one of the other Diablo characters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now that Deckard
Well, as
Cain's
soon as
coming,
they released,
I'm back.
as soon as they released Probius, everything was on the table, basically.
Oh yeah, a probe.
Well, Murky was in the game for one.
Yeah,
like,
Murky was.
That's the beautiful thing about Heroes of the Storm is it can be whatever.
Whatever
The unfortunate part is like they're
Also,
finally,
everything can be whatever.
Well, but they're finally updating Rexar, who's a character from WoW. They're finally updating his model in World of Warcraft,
Oh good.
so he now looks better than his Heroes of the Storm model because his Heroes of the Storm model was better
Was
than his
based
World
off
of
his-
Warcraft model.
Yeah.
there's no sense of balance there.
Well, the Heroes of the Storm development team's obviously different than the Warcraft
Yeah.
team, but they're spending all this time putting those nice little details into those costumes because you have to give a crap about your character in Heroes of the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So like, all their costumes have those nice little pieces of all like the details because you're like, yeah, I want to be Rexar. Oh, I want to be this person. Oh, I want to be that person. But all the other games you go back to and you're like, why does Rexar look like a piece of poop?
Little boy Anduin in World
Yeah.
of Warcraft looks so shitty. So I tried that once, and I was hoping you'd play Deckard Cain.
I'll play
Whenever
Deck-
that comes
when
out.
Deckard Cain's out, I'll Deckard Cain.
And then I watched a whole bunch of movies.
Go for it.
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Good film.
We are all on the same
was
level.
great.
A fun action
That was
flick.
super fun.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds. And with Sammy J, of course.
Oh,
using
yeah.
his,
He single-handedly ruined the word.
The seatbelt rules.
That's a great. I will watch that again. I feel like I'd watch that again while cleaning or something. Just
That's what I mean. It's
yeah, it's fun
have it
to
on the
just
back.
have it on the
It's yeah.
background.
Yeah, good movie. Good film.
Good film, good
Good
film.
film.
Pacific Rim 2, saw with some of Berkeley's friends.
How
Pacific
Rim 2?
If you like watching monsters fight robots or
Yes.
robots fighting robots,
Yeah.
Power
yes,
Rangers.
yeah, Power Rangers
Neon Genesis
with
Evangelion.
yes,
Neon Genesis.
it's entertaining.
So the people you went with, were they into it or not?
The girls weren't, the guys were.
Okay.
That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
about right.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
about
yeah,
accurate.
The
for-
girls were like, "Oh yeah, okay, it was
Sounds
a movie."
about accurate for that demographic of the film. Yep.
So
It's very rare that it's
the
other
guys
way
were
around.
like,
Yeah.
"That was pretty awesome to watch." Like, not
"Oh my
much-
god, I expected everything."
There was a plot twist. I won't say it, but like
Okay.
then I was
it like
I wasn't
the sword
expecting
plot
it.
Twist?
No,
Yeah.
no. It
It
was
was
just
humans all along.
Whoa.
It was Earth all along.
It's actually human in the future coming back. in time.
next time.
There's only one plot twist for something like that. Let's be honest.
It was our fault. It's always our fault.
But it does lead up to something into the
Pacific
if
Rim
they
3.
make a third movie.
It's gonna be the next
So-
Cloverfield.
Yeah, where we just get these random movies with like, and a giant robot appears for no reason. It's like, wait a second.
Is this Cloverfield? Is this one Cloverfield?
Is this
Remember
one
when people thought Quiet Place was going to be?
Yeah.
That was going to be.
Thank goodness it wasn't, because apparently it's like a killer movie.
Yeah.
I gotta see it.
Me too.
I gotta see Quiet Place.
Well, and now he's taking that group and doing another movie. So John Krasinski's pretty much found his like production
Fantastic
team,
Four.
and
Good.
he's doing another
Fantastic
flick.
Four.
And it's not like
That's
a
good, that's
horror
good.
flick. It's I think it's more of a thriller than a horror type thing. but
Yeah,
they're
I
taking.
heard Quiet Place was more of a thriller than.
Oh,
You know
no,
what else is
Oh no, I heard it was.
Or is it
horror.
definitely-
like it is
be
like
horror.
scare your pants off kind of. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, because you
It's
can't
cool.
talk.
And apparently, like people in the theaters like stop eating food and popcorn and stuff.
Oh,
Because it's
really?
quiet. The whole movie is they live in a world where there's something hunting humans
Yeah, yeah.
by sound.
So everyone.
So the whole movie is them
Sign
communicating
language?
through sign language.
Yeah, and actually, one of the
Subtitles?
characters,
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
one of the kids, is actually
She's deaf.
She's
John
actually-
Krasinski like fought tooth and nail to make sure that his daughter in the movie is actually deaf, and she actually taught them to sign properly.
Yep.
So someone
Good,
online made a
good,
very good
good.
comment about it, where they said watching The Rock do sign language in Rampage
Yeah.
is like watching someone talk with tinfoil in their mouth. Whereas,
I've never talked with tinfoil in my mouth, so I don't know how.
Well, you're gonna have a bad time.
hey, you're gonna have a bad time.
like it's
But
very choppy
nope.
sign language, or
It is
Messed up.
Everybody has a kind of an accent to sign language.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
this girl taught John
Oh,
Krasinski
that makes sense.
as the father. His job is to keep them safe. He is curt. He is short. Everything is about survival. So all of his movements are very precise, short, and to the point.
and actually a fun fact about sign language: ASL is American Sign
Yes.
Language.
Yes.
Different from-
there's dialects or
Yeah.
something. Isn't
French has their own
Yeah.
wildly
Yeah.
different.
Oh, yeah,
French
'cause they're different.
sign language.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
then
cool.
Emily Blunt, because she is the mother and she's caring and she's hopeful for the future, is very much more poetic with her. So people who actually know American Sign Language are watching this movie going,
They did
"Damn,
a good job
they
with
nailed
that.
it," and you're going, "Good old John Krasinski." Like
His attention
Jim
to-
from The Office is pulling off stuff that
Yeah.
no one would have, you know.
Well, he did have that
He had-
military movie too.
Yeah,
13
which was
13
I
Heroes.
heard
or
was really
whatever.
good. I never saw it,
hours, yeah.
but I heard it was pretty good.
It was supposed to be
That was
good.
good.
Yeah.
He's also the producer of Lip Sync Battles. If you're all like super interested.
Not really.
That's surprising.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean.
On
It's like
occasion.
Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
It's kind of made a
It's
name for
cool to
himself
see
now.
actors.
Yeah, it's finally.
I like
him.
it when it
Show
happens
their range.
to these kind, because he obviously gives a hoot. You know, if he's sitting there going, "No, we need a deaf person to play the daughter because she's deaf. It's
Yeah.
gonna work out.
It's
Like
gonna
we
work
need a
out.
deaf
Trust-
person.
yeah,
to, like,
why
yeah,
not?
like we need this, so let's make it happen. I'm producing this movie, so bite me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So having him do that, and
Honestly, to be honest, if you're John Krasinski, you don't need to do movies. You don't need to.
no, he's
No,
done.
yeah,
he's,
he's
also
good.
married to Emily Blunt. The
Like,
two of them
she'll
don't
make
even
it
Yeah,
work.
work.
they're set.
Yeah.
He is super set. So for him,
Yeah.
it makes a whole lot of difference for him rather than like it's just a paycheck.
I watched him on Jimmy Fallon, and he's like, "Well, like you and Emily, da 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 da," and he goes, "Yeah, I don't need reminding that I'm like
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I
some
watched
part to
that.
my wife or whatever." And he's like, "I got reminded enough at the airport." He was going to visit her in England when she was doing Mary Poppins,
Yeah.
and he goes through customs or whatever, and the guy's like, "Job?" And he goes, "Actor," and he's like, "Well, are you here for work?" And he goes, "No, just here to visit my wife." "Well, what does your wife do?" "She's an actress." Or first it's like, "Well, you're an actor. What do I know you from something?" And he's like, "Oh no," and he's like, "The American version of The Office." Oh. Yeah. And then it's like, "Well, what does your wife do?" "She's also an actress." Like, da da da. "Well, would I know her from it?" "It's Emily Blunt." Like, like you? No.
Yeah, I like him though. As a,
I really
I
like
really
him. I
respect
still like
him
him.
as an actor.
I do,
He's-
but you
he's
have
awesome.
to. Like, it's
It's-
you
yeah,
get
it's
something
just-
like this where The Quiet Place comes out of almost nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the last I heard of The Quiet Place was him talking about how him and his wife never wanted to work on a project together because they didn't want to mix their professional
Yeah.
lives together. But the script that he ended up getting and was producing was too good that both of them wanted to do it, so they were gonna
they were gonna do
give
it.
it a go.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, that was the last I'd heard of it until all of a sudden the internet exploded.
And it's
Yeah,
it's supposed
now
to
it's
be
everywhere.
really good.
Yeah, like
I really want to see this. Do you guys want to
Oh,
go
yeah.
see that?
Yeah, let's go see it.
all right, cool. Well, my wife
Sure.
will definitely want us.
I can,
No,
I can definitely
my
tell
wife
you
will not. My wife
significant
will not.
others in the same boat as your
Yeah.
guys'.
Horror movie? No,
Not
thank
couldn't
you.
even
even
a
do-
little.
Will this be
Yeah.
like it?
Have you
I don't-
seen it or?
The Quiet Place? No, I've just been reading stuff
Oh,
online
okay.
of people going like Joss
long
Whedon
as
got
we
on
movie-
Twitter to go like, you know,
This is
don't
fine.
tell anybody, but shh, Quiet Place, good movie.
As long as in
No pun.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
at the end of this movie when we leave, it's not the same scene as something from there.
What?
From In the Quiet Place. Because when we left from it,
You just don't
it
know.
was raining and I
Oh,
had to
yeah.
go into a
Oh, yeah.
basement.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You were
Tell
joking
us about that.
Yeah.
and then we were joking. Oh,
As
damn, we
long as
totally
it's-
should have left a red balloon in front of his house.
Paula's brother, like,
As long as it's not the same thing when we see Quiet Place, where I'm not going into a scene.
but that's the thing is,
Similar.
like, I think that the atmosphere of the theater for this movie is a big piece of it too, because it was, like, a lot of it was the
Except
theater.
at the end of that movie where the person started yelling out in the theater.
Yeah, but for the most part, during that movie,
'Cause-
tense
well,
things happen, and you can feel the.
You can feel his tension.
Yeah,
Ryan
so-
beside me just kind of, okay,
Yeah.
there's Nick. Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
And
No, the girl
and
beside
beside
you
you
was worse.
Wasn't she like?
She was in
She
a fetal
was-
position.
She was like.
She had her knees up on, like, going, like.
And there were times where she was covering her face.
Yeah. Yeah, there's me every once in a while where I'm like, I just need a break. I'm going to look at the lights on
No,
the
yeah,
wall
and
kind
that's
of
all I
thing.
see. It's
like,
just he's rocking. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Yes, and the fact that this is in the movie theater, you're supposed to be freaking quiet watching a movie.
Well, and that's the
the-
thing is
and
the
it's-
Quiet Place without
I
extra
feel really
sound
bad eating
added to
popcorn.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. So it's like people do tend to like that's the word is people are eating going like I feel like okay I won't.
It's
I
so
won't.
quiet.
Like
You
I,
eat.
I wonder
Right,
what
that's
the
why I ate the
soundtrack-
previews.
I wonder
Yeah.
what the soundtrack is like for this movie.
I'll eat
I
my
don't know.
Jello and tofu.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna Google.
it's
this.
supposed to be like it's
Something
supposed to be a
super-
great film.
You
so-
gotta You gotta butter that popcorn down so it's
So
super
soggy.
soft.
God, you're getting a different issue with that.
I could eat that.
I would eat that.
Yeah.
So you're not doing the.
Yeah, no nachos. Can't have
Yeah.
your nachos.
Just put it in your mouth and let it melt. It's like a, it's like one of those candies that you an arrow bar.
And you gotta pick the soft candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't have well, but the bag.
Can't
You
finish
gotta
your
get that off a
pop.
pre-movie.
Yeah.
So there is a soundtrack for the movie.
is it
Is
one
it,
song?
is it a violin?
I was just gonna say it's probably a violin.
No, it's a full 12,
Instrumental?
13 song.
yeah, played by a violin. Until it goes completely quiet.
And then Monster.
Until the monster eats
That was
person.
still one of Joss Whedon's best moves on the episode where Buffy's mom passes away, and you don't notice it until they point it out, but he uses no sound.
No sound.
To get that effect where it's slow-mo, there's no sound, and it's just her reacting to the situation and her voice, and it's like you rewatch that episode and go like, that's why her voice is so crisp. There's none of that stupid, and there's so much background music in shows you
didn't
don't
notice.
actually notice until it goes away. So hopefully
Especially
this movie
actually
plays that kind
Star
of game.
Wars.
Well,
Star Wars has a
No,
lot of
Star
those
Wars did
kind
that
of-
beautifully.
where
Well, you notice it in the movie theater when you put the popcorn in and it's quiet. It's like.
You're like, oh.
It's that moment where you snuck in a pop can.
Like a bag of chips.
Everyone hears it. It's like, oh, that guy brought something
Yeah.
in.
That was always the worst.
It's
Is
just-
like you're
it's
sitting there
just a
going like,
candy
"I'll wait
bag.
for the lion to roar." And for whatever reason, this movie decided to put out a little kitten. It's like,
And you're like,
they're like, "Shaw."
Bag of chips.
Yeah,
It's just a bag of candy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a really big bag of
It's
candy.
it's crunchy for some reason.
yeah. Cool.
Jumanji 2.
Yes.
How did you feel about Jumanji?
So-
Welcome to the jungle.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I felt like Berkeley, she really enjoyed it. My wife really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. But I think it was more directed towards gamers
Yes.
who understands
Oh,
video
yeah,
Well,
games.
it's for the
Totally.
generation that grew
Yeah.
up.
But they
Watching it,
they
right?
also gamer explain a lot of
They
stuff.
do.
Yes, they do.
gamers.
They do.
We have lives.
Lives.
What do
What-
we? What
what's
happens
your
when we
special
run
abi-
out of
character?
lives?
Do you have
Your
special
abilities.
ability? Do this.
Yeah,
Yes.
check your ability.
I'll do yours. Yeah.
I remember that. No, we really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was a good film.
It's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah.
And like I said, I think last week or whatever, Honest Trailers did a really good job
I
of going
love
like
that.
it paid just enough homage, and the fact that Nick Jonas's line is, "I'm just like this is Alan Parrish's house, and
Yeah,
I'm just
this is-
living
I'm
in
just
it." You're
living
just
in
sitting there going like, "It is.
It is.
This is the movie
This
that
movie.
Robin
This was
Williams.
Robin Williams. This was the Robin
Yeah.
Williams vehicle. Like it was his movie.
Yeah.
Because don't tell me that Bonnie Hunt and or
The
what's
kids.
her
The
nuts
kids,
from
Kirsten Dunst.
Spider-Man,
Kirsten Dunst.
unfortunately, and the kid who we don't know. Like that wasn't their
boy.
film. That was a Robin Williams movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
So that's all this movie is. It's the sequel to a Robin Williams movie, and they're just trudging along doing their best. And I think they
did a good
a
job.
really good job.
And I love how the board game had to be like Oh yeah, no,
I know.
I'm
No
not
one
wanted
plays
to-
it anymore. I
Like
gotta
nowadays,
change.
people play board games, but like in the '90s,
Well,
it died.
See, that would be
it
a
did
good.
die.
That would be the good sequel. Is like it picks up. You know,
It goes back
It
to
goes
being a
back to
board
being a
game.
board game,
But a
because people
more
are-
or a TCG.
a different type of board game.
another type. Yeah,
PUBG.
a more
It becomes
intense board
PUBG.
game.
or PUBG.
It becomes PUBG. 100 players get sucked into the game.
Well, like I said, the plan was for a
Turn it to a horror
post-credit
movie
scene
and
for
just-
it to turn into a mobile game.
Mm.
But I could honestly, like, I could feel it coming back as like a really intricate type board game.
Yeah.
But
Or a
go back to
trading
the
card
original.
game. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, if you
Play a
don't know.
card?
Well, how'd you draw
Yu-Gi-
cards
I don't
and
know.
that
Yeah.
kind of
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! They come alive.
yeah, you play.
You've
the-
activated my
You
trap
play
card!
a card and it.
I get that, but how do you,
Again-
how do you
Board
turn that into?
Yeah, you
Hey,
can't make that as exciting as.
No.
Like the board game worked because they had to keep carting the board game around, and it closed
You
and
can
was
miss some of
easy
the
enough
cards though
to.
that you need.
But that's what I mean is like they're trying to carry around decks of cards constantly. Could be.
I do that in Yu-Gi-Oh all the
Problematic,
time.
yeah.
There's
an
a,
expert
there's
right
a
here.
holster in Yu-Gi-Oh where they have the
but
cards.
other than
and
us,
they
who has
uncouple
a
it.
card holster? I said other than us.
oh, I thought you said out of us.
You take the card out and then you
I
slip it into
have
your
enough
disc
that I can make
and
a
you're ready to
card
go.
holster. We'd be fine. But other than our group of people, like you can't have the blonde bombshell all like, I have one of
You could,
those
what,
too.
what it could do though,
Yeah,
if
they
you
do.
go VR.
Oh,
Virtual
yeah.
reality.
Sure, maybe that's yeah.
People get sucked
I'm
into
fine
virtual
with
reality.
just the. I'm fine with just the.
You mean
video
like
game
dot
system.
hack?
Yeah.
I'm fine with just the video game system.
You mean
I
like
think
dot hack?
The video game system works, and they don't even have to do a sequel anymore. Like,
Well,
No,
they're
no,
talking
yeah.
about it already.
This
of course
Well,
they are because
they-
it made a
it
bajillion
made a lot of
dollars.
money.
It's
It did better
It
than
set a record.
Justice
It
League.
did too.
no, it set a record recently.
That doesn't make that probably $1 billion
I can't remember what it passed.
because it was at 900 and something.
It was
million
in
at one
theaters
point.
for a
Still-
long time.
still hasn't-
Relatively.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like
I think it just
people were
left.
talking about Justice League
Yeah.
numbers, and they're like, you know, the Jumanji movie did better, and it's like, didn't see that one coming,
Coming.
did you?
No, I didn't expect it to be this well done.
It was an entertaining
It
movie.
was
I did not
entertaining.
expect it to be that well done.
I thought it was gonna be super cheesy and awful.
Yeah. And then, but again, see, then The Rock is in it,
The
and you
Dwayne-
go,
yeah.
And once in a while he does do, or most of the while he does some good stuff.
Yeah.
Other than
recently,
Tooth Fairy.
all of his movies, but again, that got him into a whole different
Yes, it
realm
did.
of movies.
It
It's the
did.
same reason
Tooth
that
Fairy,
Vin Diesel did The
Baywatch.
Pacifier.
Oh my god, I forgot about this last night.
They're the same movie.
That's why
If
they
you
don't
look,
like
if
each
you
other.
look at the covers, it's pretty much Vin
It's the
Diesel
same.
with bottles standing in like heroic
Yeah.
pose with kids. Tooth Fairy, him standing with the hockey stick with the like.
Jet
skates
Li
and
had
the-
one
yeah.
too, or not Jet Li. Jackie Chan had another one of those style
Yep.
movies.
Yep.
Not
He did a
recently.
few of those, and a
Yeah.
lot of times they have a kid, and they do those movies for that particular
Yeah.
reason. The Rock and Vin Diesel did it to break into different,
Yeah.
not just
I'm
Action.
wrestling.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
the
Vin
Rock.
Diesel. I'm the strong guy. I'm the this. I'm the that.
I'm the Rock from wrestling. Remember
Although
me?
The Rock, one of his first movies was the Get Shorty sequel, Be Cool,
Oh
where he
yeah.
played the
Cool.
gay gangster, and I'm like, holy cow, he can act. Like he was
He's
one of the
gotten
better
a lot
parts of
better.
that.
He's
And
gotten a
he's
lot
insane
better.
right now.
Rundown.
Yeah.
The Rundown's good.
It was the rundown.
What, his first movie?
Oh, the first one was Scorpion. Or,
Oh,
Mommy.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we don't
Two.
talk about that one.
Mommy 2 and then Scorpion
Was he really
King.
in there?
There's all the reasons why that
There's a
movie-
lot of.
No,
There's a-
Well, okay, so
we
fine.
can't really
He
even
did
call that
Scorpion
CGI.
King,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Scorpion
which was his
King.
first kind of big
Yeah.
lead role.
Yep.
We don't talk about the
Yeah.
Mummy
It's
with
a good set of
him
movies.
with him in it.
I love. Yeah. No. Well, that CGI piece was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
real.
But the rest
It
of the,
was-
the
The movies were good. I love
third
the
one
movies.
sucked.
Yes.
It wasn't that the one with
Jet Li,
Jet Li,
Yeah.
The
Dragon.
the Emperor King or
Chinese,
whatever. Yeah.
You know what? I miss
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
I think the entire entertainment industry misses Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's yeah, Jumanji.
Jumanji's good.
Never saw. See, and again, we talked about that's how you soft reboot
It's a sequel,
a
but not a sequel.
franchise.
Yeah.
And
Pay
again,
homage
people,
to it.
and people compare it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like this is what Ghostbusters
If this
should have
done.
because
yeah.
the Ghostbusters movie isn't bad,
It's not great either.
but it's the fact that they try to just reboot the entire franchise, and
Yeah.
you're like,
I really hope Hollywood and Warner Brothers takes note of that, so that when they actually want to do a Matrix one,
Sure.
that they do it properly.
Properly.
because you can't go in half cocked with Matrix.
No.
You can't do it half like.
unless the Wachowski siblings are in, they're not going to do one. So, and I can't see the Wachowski siblings being like, we're just gonna reboot the.
We're literally going to reboot.
Reboot.
There's like the movie starts with like a machine like
Hits the reboot button with his hand accidentally.
click.
And Matrix.
It ends with like Neo coming like all like godlike, and there's this one machine like oh yeah. Click.
Well, I'll deal with this later. Next.
Because yeah, Jumanji was a well done.
Yeah.
reboot.
And then the last movie I watched recently was The Titan, starring Sam Worthington. Another, but it is not related to the other Titan.
All I can think of
Wrath
Sam
of the
Worthington.
Titans.
It is not Wrath of the
Okay.
Titans. It's not Clash of the Titans. It's just called The Titan.
All I can think of when I hear Sam Worthington is
Titan. Is it a Netflix?
Terminator. Salvation.
Netflix original
Okay,
movie.
that'd be
I
why I
think.
have.
Yeah, that's the one where they're trying to go into space, right, for the resources.
So they are trying to forced evolved humans to to live on a moon of Saturn called Titan.
If trying to force
without
evolve them,
yes.
throw them out in space and hope they breathe.
Deep end.
What they do is they do a lot of like underwater breathing, injections of like what would be toxic to humans over time to force evolve, almost like mutants, to become.
I've watched Deadpool. Is this like that sequence in Deadpool?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
I feel like that's how they're almost going to bring mutants into the MCU if they ever do. It's
Just
going to
force
be more
them?
of a forced experiments
Yeah.
type thing.
Forced
And
miracle.
then eventually just becomes like they mix genetically with other people.
But have it set back.
So,
Way
Yeah.
back.
but yeah.
So that's what this was kind of going towards. So it had a really good start.
Okay, so is
Oh,
it
no.
is it a thriller or is it a horror?
It is
Sci-fi.
not
Because
horror.
I watched the trailer and I was really confused.
That's what goes wrong with this movie. Is that it starts out very
a good
sci-fi and like really cool concept, and then it like kind of goes into a
Horror.
monster alien movie
Because there are aliens. out there.
that isn't that they didn't execute well at all. So
Sometimes Netflix original movies kind of hit it off the
They
bar.
yeah,
more miss
like it was
than
still
hits.
good, but then you're just like, this is not what I want to, where I want this movie to go.
Secretly was a Cloverfield movie.
Kind of.
And then they
Their
just dropped
their
the money.
movies are more miss than hits. Their TV shows that they're
Yeah.
good at.
Like it's not spoiled. Like
Yes.
eventually they
Oh.
start
Yeah,
changing.
you're
Their
right.
bodies start changing.
Yeah, that's
and
No.
pretty much the military has to start killing them off because
Well,
Like
screw
that's the
that
thing.
plan.
Sci-fi show wise, like Altered Carbon.
Altered
isn't it?
Carbon, yeah.
is a really good like science fiction
Show.
show, but show.
It's a show.
Yeah.
Netflix does the shows.
well,
Yeah, and I think it's because they spend
like look at what's that?
Time.
Unfortunate
Yeah.
events.
Not unfortunate events.
But you-
That one and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Like that's really strong.
Oh, okay.
That's a strong, really, really good show.
Yep.
I haven't heard much about that
Yeah.
for a while.
Well, they're doing the season 3, so yeah.
Jessica Jones is getting seasons.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
like I
Yeah.
felt they could have turned this movie into a show, and shown that adventure into space.
Like an 8-episode thing.
yeah,
Oh, Black
But-
Mirror, another Netflix TV show that's doing.
Yeah.
it's like they
Stunning.
want to show what they changed into way too fast, and then it became, we got to kill our experiments now.
So yeah, I wonder what that is about Netflix.
So they like
Sure.
backtracked on it.
Yeah,
Like, they had a plan for a movie, but then this isn't
Yeah.
working.
Or they ran out of money.
could have been that
They
too.
ran out of money. They couldn't.
Because
film.
like Cloverfield, the Netflix Cloverfield
Paradox.
Paradox, whatever it was the guy who wrote Paradox didn't even know it was a Cloverfield movie
really.
until Netflix bought it.
I love that though. I love that meta-ness of
Which
that.
is cool, but at
Yeah.
the same time, they've now shoehorned in the Cloverfield aspect to it. So it
To
was
it.
like they bought a made-for-TV movie, essentially, and shoehorned Cloverfield in without even the guy who originally wrote it knowing that that's what they were
That's what
doing.
they
And
were
it's
doing.
like, I feel like you'll get a better product if you just wrote a Cloverfield movie.
But they want to keep it
They,
so
the,
secret.
the, the secrecy of that entire film.
Yeah.
I get that,
Yeah,
but
it
then
was-
hire a writer and go, don't talk. If Marvel can do it with Infinity War, I'm pretty sure a writer hiding behind a Netflix something could do it.
I feel
for-
like Cloverfield is one of those properties that is that exception where there is such secrecy around it that J.J. Abrams has plans up to like the fifth or
Probably,
sixth.
but I don't see how it connects with like not stealing, but buying a guy's movie and going like, let's just add some scenes and we'll make it a Cloverfield movie. Like,
And that's why everyone's so like convinced Quiet Place was also
Quiet Place was a Cloverfield.
and that's why I say thank goodness it wasn't, because
Right.
Indiana Jones is on Netflix.
All three of them.
I have them already on digital.
Yeah, I was
though.
gonna say.
All three of them.
I have them all.
Yeah,
I
have them.
One, I can
I
one
have
up you.
all
I
four.
have them all on VHS.
So do I. Come on now.
I did have him on VHS.
He was
They're
my idol.
somewhere in my parents' place.
I wanted to be Harrison Ford as a child, which is
That's-
probably
that's
why
why-
this solo movie is not
That's
happening.
why you have a problem with the solo.
And I know that.
Maybe I should just be Han.
I know I could not be Han Solo. I might have wanted to be Han Solo and Indiana Jones growing up, but I know I'm not.
We all have that dream.
We all have that dream
Don't
to be
squash that
Harrison
dream.
Ford.
Don't
worry.
squash
I
that
would
dream.
settle for Short Round at this point.
Dr. John.
Dr. Jones! No time for love! Dr. Jones!
Strong Bridge.
The worst side character ever.
Best side
Best
character
side
ever.
character ever.
Whoa!
Worst and
you
best.
just started something.
I
I
So
love
not-
Short Round was awesome.
Still the best film.
I am not.
I will go to my
You're on your own in this
grave.
one. I'm not.
no. I think he's
I will go
amazing.
to-
He is so bad. He's good.
I will go to my...
Indy, I
You're just
love
trying
you.
to backtrack.
Indy.
No. That's my problem. That's
You're
my
backtracking.
So I'm not backtracking.
Temple of Doom, still the best indie movie.
I really
Anywho.
don't think the
No.
Raiders.
Oh.
Anywho, did you watch anything
That's
else?
an interesting
We were gonna start Lost in Space, but we talked about that too.
Usually,
we were gonna start
it's
Lost in
last
Space.
Oh, you
Crusade.
didn't start it.
No, we have not started yet.
Hi. Did you forget?
I still love you.
Down.
Okay, so you didn't start Lost in Space.
No, we have not started, but we want to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on my list of
That's
stuff
on
to
our
watch.
list.
That's next.
Is it okay? So how many episodes is Lost?
13?
13?
Yes.
Yeah, someone's got Netflix.
So-
Hey, it's
right
on
at the top.
They know.
10 episodes.
10.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that's weird.
The last episode's called Danger, Will Robinson.
Oh god.
They've won me over already.
And with the 10 episodes.
Yeah. It was
10 episodes is a good number.
Cool.
Yeah.
neat.
That's everything.
That's
Yeah.
Cool, gentlemen.
That's everything.
Excellent.
Well, thanks for joining us this week.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week where we'll
Talk
do this
about more.
all over again.
We'll reset the switches.
Yes.
We'll, you know, the little drinking bird. We'll reset that one too.
I work
Um,
next weekend again. Just.
Oh.
But then
Show
I'm back
off!
for a month.
Come on. At the same time.
It goes straight up. We all table flip at the same time. It just goes.
It just goes up.
and then come back down.
Scare the dog.
Follow us on our social media stuff so you can find us when we just decide that we want to stream. So
Yeah.
if we WoW or we escapist,
We might
if
be
can manage
radicaling height.
to- We might
Yeah.
be radical
Yes.
heightsing.
We
We might be.
give that a
Oh.
shot sometime.
Another game.
We might be
invited to.
escapisting.
We need to
I'm
get
not
you a
invited
PC.
to.
I'll get my.
You can buy me a PC.
Maybe
That'd be
we'll
great.
Fortnite.
We could.
Yeah,
we should
could
Fortnite. Yeah, let's do a Fortnite, guys. Let's
We
do
could
that
try that.
tonight.
Either way,
Let's do that
stay
tonight.
tuned to our social media stuff because it
Quiet,
always
please.
goes live when we go live.
I'm
So
confused.
either way, check
Yes.
us out. Do that stuff when we
Yes.
do that stuff, and join us next week. Check us out at barrelrollnews.com.
That's it for now, guys.
Bye.
Cool. So yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.